Now, this game has an incredible cover. It is the best work of airbrushing I've ever yet seen.
Oh my god!
That's not to say that this looks bad. This is a very good likeness of Mr. Lasorda. Live from Austin, Texas, where the votes have been counted, and I'm the new president of video games. It's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex, or should I say Mr. Vice President?
I don't take this job. I don't want this. You didn't tell me about any of this.
Well, too bad. We won, and now we're in this position. Okay, my first step in my presidency is to abolish the PlayStation 5 and whatever they're calling the new Xbox. Don't need them. I've looked over the specs. I don't like them. Go back to the drawing board. In fact, we're going all the way back to 1990. Everyone has to develop for the Sega Genesis from now on. Cartridge media is the future. People want something they can keep that will carry forward into the future. Not this digital download stuff. We want to play Altered Beast on Sega Genesis. And that's what we're going to do tonight.
This is what America needs. I don't know if it's to heal, to unheal. I don't know what it needs. But
you just got to play Sega Genesis. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Real quick, thank you so much to Magmaram for the 37-month resub. Magmaram says 37 months, not in a row. So close, same enough. You don't have to be in a row. It counts to me.
Hell of a lot of months. That's around 3 years, if the math checks out. Thank you. Okay, so we took it to our patrons this week. We decided we wanted to rank the launch lineups of one 16-bit console, either Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo. Now, Super Nintendo I'm not too familiar with, so that would have been pretty interesting to see how those stack up. Sega Genesis, though, I'm all about, and it turns out so are the patrons, because this is how they voted. Like that. Uh-huh. There you go. Sega, better than Nintendo. We have clear proof on stream tonight. Can't deny that.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to take to your Twitter, Nintendo, being all like, oh, this is a false poll. Nope.
Mm-mm.
The polls don't lie.
They don't.
Genesis, better than Super Nintendo. So we're going to play the first 20 games released for the Sega Genesis in North America. Holy shit, that's a lot of games. So I have to keep it kind of short. We got to go like every 5 minutes or so. We got to switch games. And just to keep things fresh, every 5 games, we're going to rank the games we just played on our big master list of the Sega Genesis launch lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided that the baseline, which we're going to play in just a minute here, is Altered Beast, which, as it turns out, is like the platonic ideal of the 5 out of 10. It is the perfect middle-of-the-road game, a great pack-in, and it serves as our Bubsy equivalent. If you want to make your voice heard, depending on whether you feel these games are better or worse than Altered Beast, use our classic Bubsy system. Bubsy is a beast. Mm-hmm. He's been altered in some form. So it fits. Yeah, give us an RP Angel Bubsy or Devil Bubsy. And by the end of the show, we'll have a full ranking of the 20 black box initial released Sega Genesis games.
Wonderful.
Ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
Let's jump right in.
All right, what's first, Danny?
First up, August 14th, 1989, the launch of the Sega Genesis brought with it 5 games, including the pack-in game, Altered Beast, a port of Sega's very recently released arcade game. Let's get her started.
Yes.
Also, while we play these games, feel free to make your arguments as to whether these games should be ranked above or below one another. If you have any specific memories of playing these games back in the day, feel free to share them, because those are especially important. Memories are fading. We gotta collect them now. Soon we won't remember what a Sega Genesis is.
Let's see, put this at the bottom. I mean, this Altered Beast is our middle here, so it can't go to either the top or the bottom.
It's the pack-in, it's a middle-of-the-road game, it's decided. And you know what? This game has been streamed billions of times, so let's do things a little bit differently for this one.
Alright, thank you, Real Soviet Bear, for the 40-month resub. Real Soviet Bear says, I grew up with the Master System version of Altered Beast and never had the bear. That is a fucking shame.
Well, Real Soviet Bear, as it turns out, that is a very well-timed resub because we are going to play as nothing but the bear in this game.
Oh shit, nice.
That is an actual feature they added to this home port, and it's quite nice. I think we'll just play through round 1 as the bear, which you're normally not supposed to be. So this uses all 3 buttons on the 3-button controller, which was a huge, huge development at the time.
Power up. Power up.
Look how big I am.
Hey,
no
I'm
longer
baby.
no longer confined to 2 buttons. We got 3 now. Okay, you can take the next 2 if you like.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll both be bear at the same time.
Oh my god, this is just exercising.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you push down and kick, you do a nice exercise. Alright, grab these.
Power up.
Be buff like me.
Power up. God, I'm getting buff.
Now, this is a real simple game. One that can be finished really quickly and has little in the way of replay value, aside from the secret codes.
Oh shit, I got the bear.
Which makes it the ideal pack-in game. I'm the bear too. Like, maybe this isn't something you would have bought on your own for 50 bucks, but as a pack-in
Whoa!
that adequately shows off the power of the Genesis, you could scarcely ask for a better pack-in game. What, Super Mario World? Never heard of it. Hey, nice work, Blue Bear.
How the hell did I do that? Well, I guess I did that.
Yeah, we kicked that guy's ass. Now, it is downgraded a little bit from the arcade version. Some specific graphical flourishes are missing, but some are added. They actually added parallax scrolling to this, because that's a hardware feature of the Genesis. Let's play a little bit more.
Yeah,
I like being the bear. And in fact, this is what I was playing Christmas morning of 1989. I got a Sega Genesis for Christmas, Altered Beast, and me and my dad played the hell out of it.
1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick.
Yeah, get your exercises in. Get your reps in.
Look at this! Look at this! I'm just in the corner.
Do enough reps and you'll turn out like me, big and beefy. Grab your your protein.
Power up. No! No! My protein shake!
I got it.
Well, now you're the bear.
I'll be the bear in your honor. Okay, grab those for sure.
Power up.
Nice. Man, this is a good speed run, actually.
Is it? I'm just bear. I'm just bearing with it.
Just being a bear here in a swamp.
Yes, I'm a crazy swamp bear.
Crazy bear lost in a swamp.
Welcome to your
Ooh, actually, this boss may be a little bit tough with the bear. We'll see how this goes.
All right,
I'll just keep spinning.
Me too.
Oh no, he doesn't like that. Your good strategy.
Hey, I'm not losing health, so it doesn't count.
I just like the bear, personally. His idle stance is this weird kind of kung fu move.
What was that? You were just, like, puking in a corner.
I was shit-talking him. Okay, that's Altered Beast. We've established the baseline. This is the game every Genesis owner had for a certain time period. And it'll go on the list after we finish covering the rest of the launch games.
Cool, cool. I love Altered Beast.
Isn't it good?
It is good.
Like, again, not the kind of game to pay 50 bucks for, but it's packed in. It'll give you a nice dose of whatever Altered Beast gives you anytime you want it. It's a good game to have. Also released on August 14th, 1989, you could head to the store, you could head to your Montgomery Wards or Woolworths, and pick up Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle. I also had this game as a kid. This is the first and only Sega Genesis game based on Sega's former mascot, Alex Kidd. He was all over the Master System, and everybody was looking forward to this.
People are already shit-talking this game.
Okay, something we noticed before the show. Hang on.
Yeah, show
this is super important.
Mm-hmm.
This screen here. Where's the M's? BGN? Gain over? What's the deal, Sega? Item? Item isn't word. They had to cut some corners, and it turns out the corner to cut was the letter M from the English language. So we've covered this on Mascot Friday before, so I'm only going to play through a couple levels here. But people tend not to like this game. They tend to think it's a big pile of diarrhea doo-doo, as they would say.
I get it.
And part of that has to do with the fact that you play Jonkin all the damn time. Not only do you have to pay for items, but you have to win a Jonkin match in order to receive the item. Other than that, it's pretty similar to Miracle World on a Master System. Maybe a little less complex and a little slipperier to control. Did anyone happen to play this back in the day, or was it just me?
No, some people absolutely played this game,
okay.
And they all hate it.
Damn.
They're all Alex Kidd haters.
That's a shame. How can you be an Alex Kidd hater when you ride on a damn bike?
Alex Kidd is stupid and shitty.
It's all about gimmicks. He rides motorcycles. He has a helicopter he rides. Look at this. He's just driving over prairie dogs. He doesn't even care.
What? Hey! Dude! Murder less!
The desert is his road. Get out of here, hedgehogs. Kinda ironic that Alex Kidd kills hedgehogs by the dozens in this game. They kinda wrote that out of Sega history. It's also why he's not in many of their modern games. Overall, though, I think it's not a horrible game, is it? Right? Am I the only one? I think I'm the only one.
Let's see here, okay, yeah, it seems that people who had this as a kid, not big fans. Some of them more fans than others, but most not.
It's no Mario, I'll give it that. It was a very unrefined game. Oh, by the way, I should mention, all of today's games, with the exception of 1 or 2, were all developed by Sega themselves. This was also the case on the Master System, which makes it all the more impressive, if you ask me. Like, the Master System had so many games, and yet Sega developed almost all of them. So much work. They didn't have an LJN to rely on, and Acclaim, no Capcom or Konami, just Sega out here doing it for themselves.
Just pure Sega magic.
Yeah, so can you blame them that they made a fucked up game with a lot of rock, paper, scissors in it? They were so tired. Not a single word of defense for Alex Kidd.
You're being called an idiot for not getting the copter.
Yeah, well, speedrun.
I'm just relaying what the chat is saying.
That's cool. I get it. I'm a huge dumbass who doesn't play Alex Kidd optimally.
Mm-hmm.
I did play this game quite a bit when I was new, though. So I'll beat this level and then move on, because, again, if you want more comprehensive coverage of this, we covered it on Mascot Friday. And for the record, I'm sorry to say, it was sub-Bubsy. So keep that in consideration, depending on when we rank these things. Let's move on. It's still launch day for Sega Genesis. It's not just Altered Beast and Alex Kidd, it's also... Why don't you bring up that list?
Oh yeah, the list. I'm normal, sorry. Oh, I see.
You could also pick up Space Harrier 2! Holy shit, Space Harrier 2!
Wait, there's 2 Space Harriers?
Uh-huh.
They made a new one?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, isn't that nice?
This main theme is really weird. I think it's algorithmically generated.
Let's see. The 2 overpromises. Yep.
Boy, does it ever. We'll get to that, though.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, there's the M. This
They found it! They
this
found
game
it!
could afford an M. Is it just me, or are some of those letters shaded differently? Like the I and the L?
They are? Yeah, they are.
What's the deal, Sega? Also have to mention option screens, which was pretty novel at the time. Used to be your only options were 1 or 2 players and that's it. Go play Mario, don't ask questions. Here you gotta actually get options, and in this game, you even get to pick your starting level. Fantasyland falls into crisis now.
Oh shit, no!
Let's start her off. Boy, it has a really well-defined butt now that I look at it. And thanks to glorious RGB, you're able to notice these details.
Thanks?
Now, what are your first impressions, Alex?
Well, it's a little sluggish, but it seems to be going pretty good considering, you know. I wouldn't say sluggish, but it's not as fluid as the original, but I wasn't really expecting that.
Yeah, original arcade version was 60 frames per second. This one kind of chugs along. It doesn't have that hardware scaling capabilities the arcade board did. They just kind of had to do what they could. Which is unfortunate because Altered Beast sold the promise of, you know, pretty much entirely direct arcade ports. This game's favor, though, this isn't a port, this is a fully fledged sequel. All the bosses are different, the levels are different. Gameplay is just you fly forward and shoot, and that's it.
Oh, rip.
Get ready.
Does have very clear digitized voice, though. You gotta give it that.
It does sound good, yeah.
It's got big-ass turrets.
Good turrets. Wait, that turned out 3 heads.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's Fantasyland.
Oh.
They're in a crisis.
It's Disneyland right now.
They have 3-headed turtles?
I mean... That's what happens when That's what happens when you pump all the Pirates of the Caribbean water into the water supply. You get 3-headed turtles.
Oh, is that what they did?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Damn it, Disney. You should know better.
Let's see. Is this music okay? It sounds like it's come down for cold. It's a little funky.
It has it's strangely out of tune, it sounds like, almost. Some of the tracks do. Also, for some reason, this game lacks the big, bassy punch that you expect from Genesis music. It just sounds kind of thin.
Get ready.
Yeah,
That could also be an issue.
That is it. It is a very thin.
Wow, I suck ass at this game.
Get ready.
I'm not ready.
Well, are you now?
No. Fuck.
How about now?
No, I'm definitely not ready.
Yeah, I thought it was a fantasy zone. When did it become the fantasy land?
Gonna have to ask Dr. Sega about that one, because I don't know the answer. So, Space Harrier 2, supposedly a sequel, but very similar to the first game. Just runs a little bit worse. Maybe not what you expected from your powerful 16-bit hardware. Or maybe you're willing to cut it a break. Maybe you're willing to wait and be like, yeah, games are gonna get better than this. We'll have to see how the rankings shake out as we play a game that was much better received, Super Thunderblade.
You are I know so little about the Genesis, and I know that you are a big liar here. You are lying.
This came out on launch day, and you know what? I gotta give it credit. I actually played a little bit of this before the show, and I figured out how to play it, and I got all the way to level 3 on 1 credit. Are you proud of me?
Yes, I'm very proud of you. Thank you, Danny.
Trick is to set the difficulty to easy and players to 7. Works every time.
Damn, that's a good pro tip. What good music.
Yeah, this is a little bit more bassy.
Yeah.
Why'd I get banned? It's because I'm telling the truth?
You got banned for saying that anyone on the face of planet Earth enjoyed this game.
Yeah, this game gets a lot of flack nowadays because this is the one game that Sega insists on including in all of their Sega Genesis collections. Like, yeah, Super Thunderblade, everybody remembers that. And if you played Arcade Thunderblade, you might be thinking, hey, a port of that? Holy shit, I love that game. Arcade Thunderblade still looks really good nowadays. It used multi-layered scaling sprites. I recommend looking up a gameplay video if you've never seen it. It's actually very impressive for, I guess it was 88, 87 maybe. This, though, well, it's just as pokey as Space Harrier 2. They tried to do the scaling sprites, which the buildings just kind of look like cardboard. There's no depth to them.
Yeah, those buildings are jiggly. Oh, look at them, but Oh, I'm hearing little clown sound effects for them in my brain. I love this.
I will say it's not a horrible game once you spend some time with it. The problem is there is literally no reason to ever spend time with it in the year 2020. The original Thunderblade was released on 3DS in a pretty good port. It's out there in name if you want to play it that way. This version just feels like a poor compromise in comparison. God dang it. It did add a few things though, like these mid-level bosses. These aren't in the arcade game. I'm curious, did anyone actually buy this? Anyone who's watching right now?
Yeah, I'm actually curious too if anybody has any childhood experiences with this game.
I would love to know what the of the time experience was, because I didn't play this until many years later.
A lot of people are saying that this game makes them like Altered Beast more.
Yeah, Altered Beast suddenly looking pretty good, huh? These weird sound effects.
Listen, I'm not hearing clown noises because I was in the chat dimension this weekend. I'm hearing clown noises because I have clown brain. Thank you.
It's election week. Cut us a break. We all have clown brain.
God, I think that if you don't have clown brain this week, there's something wrong with you, not me.
So consider Super Thunderblade for the top of your Sega Genesis launch title rankings list. That's my campaign. Did I make a good argument for it, you think?
A perfect argument.
Good.
Bellissimo. Hospitaliano. Yes.
There's other things too. You can actually stop your helicopter. Like, there you go. It's stopped now.
Hey, now you're just kind of
and then you can make it go again.
No, I'm not the Joker. I'm not a clown prince of crime. I'm a normal clown. Very different. Very different.
Well, it's going to be hard to make a case for this game, but I'll try. I'll try when it's on trial for murder.
Why are we? You know, I'm not even gonna. I ask too many questions on the stream.
Yeah.
I need to just let it.
Why ask why?
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay, I at least wanted to play far enough to get to the overhead sequences, which, again, are a pretty big downgrade from the arcade game, but they are here. This part's serious. They get rid of all the on-screen text.
Oh shit, they do.
So you can focus.
Clown brain is the opposite of culture brain, yes.
That's a good way of explaining it. And the weird thing about these levels is you can actually hold another button to go backwards in case you really want to get your destruction percentage up. There are point extends, so there is a reason to go back and destroy everything. But is there a reason to play Super Thunderblade? That's the question.
I like that I don't think a single person in chat, I may have missed it and I apologize if I did, but I don't think a single person in chat played this as a kid. They all played it as adults in compilations and hated it.
I think even back then we knew better. Maybe some kids were fooled by Space Harrier 2, but this was just a little bit too far. It's also the kind of game where if you see it in motion, you realize, you know what, this is a pretty clear downgrade. This isn't anything I need to buy. And unfortunately, the Thunderblade series ended here. It was the last one we ever got, so thanks for not buying it. It's your fault.
Looks like one person in chat played it, but from what I'm saying, they're like, this game is too damn slow, and that is the yes, I agree. It looks
too
slow
true.
as shit.
It is very slow. It is very compromised, and that's unfortunate. Not to say Sega didn't try, it's just, you know, they were kind of overloaded. Them being the only ones making games for their system.
Oh, cool. The Sega division that made this was R&D 2, specifically. They made all the other games we've played so far, too, so that's...
So one game Sega didn't make is our final launch day game. August 14th, 1989, Thunder Force 2. First Genesis and Mega Drive game from Technosoft.
Ooh.
I found out very recently that the name Technosoft distinguishes them from their other branch, which dealt with hardware. It was called Techno Hard. I don't think Alex was ready to parse that information.
You are not allowed to drop that on me! I know that you're in charge of emulation or whatever in America now, but...
Yeah, that's me. Dr. Emu, they call me. Now, this game may not be what you're expecting when you hear Thunder Force, because when you hear Thunder Force, you expect side-scrolling shooter. Thunder Force 3, Lightning Force, Thunder Force 5, they're all horizontally scrolling shoot-em-ups. This is not. In fact, this is closer in concept to the original Thunder Force, which was never released on consoles. I want to say that was a Sharp X1 or a PC-88 or something, some kind of game like that. Well, shit. And yeah, these overview segments are actually kind of weird, and I don't really like them all that much. What you gotta do is find all these bases that are around the place, and you gotta bomb them. And after that, you get to move on to the fun part, which actually is horizontally scrolling shoot-em-up action.
Oh, okay, so the port of the X68000.
Okay, so by this point they were on 68,000 development. So pretty clear port-over process to the also 16-bit Sega Mega Drive. You have some weapons, as you tend to have in these sorts of games. It's just progression here. I don't know, because all these areas are gated in by these walls, you see? And if you hit them, you die.
Wait, what?
So you gotta search for these gates around the perimeter to see where they open up.
So it's kind of like a maze game.
A little bit, yeah. And that's not necessarily something you want in your shoot-em-up. Maybe you did back then.
I don't.
Okay, there's one vote against.
Yes, this is worse than Altered Beast for giving me gates like this, although this does look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
For what it is, it's pretty decent. Shit, I'm gonna have to go back and enable the easy difficulty. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now, so we can at least see what the damn horizontally scrolling levels look like.
Thank you, Danny.
I want to try. You fucking game.
Good luck, Danny.
Stock 5. Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna smack through all those walls.
Just shove them over.
Good luck.
Did you understand anything you said before good luck?
No.
Okay, me either.
Roger, good luck.
Got it. Yeah, good luck.
Not saying the Genesis sound processor was perfect. I'm just saying it's the best we've ever had, and we should go back to it. I think these levels actually loop, so I should just be able to go, like, here. There we go, that's a shortcut. I think there's 4 or 5 of these little bases, so we gotta go look for them. Anyone have experience with this?
Yeah, I know y'all didn't have much experience with the other one, but anybody Thunder Force 2 stand?
I'd stand this. I'd go to bat for it.
Okay, looks like some folks have played this. And Loveless is also agreeing with you that all music should be made using gems. Thank you.
See, exactly. Wait a minute. I don't know if I want that.
Alright, a lot of folks actually played this. Looks okay, they enjoyed it, it's just really tough. It's good once you get through all the range levels. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got some fans tonight.
These levels are kind of hard to stomach nowadays, though. I mean, side-scrolling shoot-em-up, you know what to expect. This, not so much. Maybe if you grew up on Japanese PCs at the time, you'd be more willing to accept it. But that's okay, because we got to the good part.
Alright, apparently the voice sample is truncated from the X68000. Originally said, this is Exceliza. I will deploy now. Roger, good luck.
Oh, I see.
I would have never gotten that, thank
Wow. Now we know. This is an informative stream, thanks to people watching it.
you. That's like, yeah, we're not informing shit, but y'all are doing a great job, thank you.
No, I'm here to just play like an idiot. Yeah, this one I didn't play when it was new, but I did rent Thunder Force 3, and I love that quite a bit. This is kind of a step back, but for 88, 89, I can understand. especially when you compare it to the other games we just played.
Good, good.
Still, this isn't the one Sega brings out when they want to put together compilations. It's always 3 or 4. Up!
Up!
Oh, one up. Well, shit. Also, being able to switch weapons was pretty neat at the time. That wasn't always an option in your shoot-'em-ups.
This game was sick for its day. Totally. This is really cool.
Yeah. It's pretty fast. Pushes a lot of sprites. It runs at 60 FPS.
Why is it pushing these sprites? What do sprites ever do?
Sometimes you gotta push around the sprite.
Okay, okay.
Get it to do what you want to do.
Hey, I'm gonna pull out like a bunch of Sprite comics and just shove them around and be like, hey,
Hey, you think you're hot shit?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't Bob and George, you're Mega Man. I know what a Mega Man looks like.
They're always Mega Man. A Sprite would push me? No. I could easily push over and harm a Sprite if I wanted to, but I will not because I'm a generous man. Thank you to Krungling for the 31-month resub. Krungling says, hey y'all, summoning the power of Monica to ensure that everyone is having a normal one. Thank you, and yes.
Nice, thank you. We needed Monica now more than ever.
We all need Monica.
Alright, I'll show off the first boss here, and then we can get to the ranking.
Yeah.
That first boss required so much processing power that the screen literally stopped for like 5 seconds there. Did you notice that? Just a complete halt in the action.
We need a little Monica in our life? Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't think I'm gonna survive this.
Everyone...
Is Lou Bega in the chat, by the way? Because that's something he would say.
I mean...
Oh,
no,
shit.
it was another one. It was one of our beautiful chat people making a very funny humor joke. And I was just saying it as if it were my joke. So,
Damn.
yeah,
I was hoping
sorry.
Lou Bega was among us.
Listen, Lou Bega, if you're in the chat, send us a donation. Thank you. Okay, moving on.
Alright, there it is. There's the full Sega Genesis launch lineup for North America. All 5 games. Those are the 5 games you could get when you also picked up the system at your local retailer. Retailers were brick and mortar stores where you could buy video games and other things.
Yeah, in case you...
Just to give you context. Okay, so why don't you just go ahead and add Altered Beast on that list? We're not even going to bother saying whether it's better or worse than Altered Beast because that's redundant. We've never done a redundant thing.
No, never. There's Altered Beast, baby.
Okay. Now the question is, where should we rank our next game? Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle. Is that better or worse than Altered Beast, do you think?
Remember, use RP Angel Bubsy if it's better, and RP Devil Bubsy if it's worse. Worse. We're not putting in any of the developer info, Electric Boogaloo, so you don't gotta worry about that.
We gotta keep it quick for this
worse,
one.
worse, all devils. Okay.
Holy shit, well, it's decided. Alright, Alex Kidd, worse than Altered Beast. What a shame.
What was that, in the Enchanted Castle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm lazy. Alright. Next up, Space Harrier 2. Folks, is that better or worse than Altered Beast?
Now this one should be a little bit more hotly contested, because Space Harrier, people love that game. Not so much Space Harrier 2. If anything, one of these days I'd like to see an M2 developed port of Space Harrier 2 that was in the style of the arcade game.
Alright, it's trending worse. Few say it's better, but almost everyone says it's worse.
How about Alex Kidd then? Is it worse than Altered Beast but better than Alex Kidd?
Folks, is that game worse than Alex Kidd? Is Space Harrier 2 worse than Alex Kidd? Better than Alex Kidd, better than Alex Kidd, better than Alex Kidd, below Alex Kidd, between, better than Alex Kidd. Okay, that's definitely trending better than Alex Kidd. So,
okay, I see a couple of votes for worse than Alex Kidd, but you're outvoted.
Majority rules, sorry.
Majority rules, Space Harrier 2 between Altered Beast and Alex Kidd.
Got it.
Done.
Next up is Super Thunderblade.
Super Thunderblade. Should I bother asking if this is better or worse than Altered Beast?
So, Super Thunderblade, better or worse?
Why don't we get this out of the way and say whether it's better or worse than Space Harrier 2? I have a feeling I know where that argument is going to be headed.
Rock bottom.
Is
Devil
it rock
Bubsy,
bottom?
Devil Bubsy, Play Thunder, Devil Bub Devils, bottom, worse, still worse, bet worse.
Are we
Scroll to
thinking?
bottom.
Are we thinking all the way to the bottom of the list? Because
Yes.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yes, bottom. It's
I
all
do
bottom.
think it's a little bit worse than Alex.
You know what? I don't even need to. I'm calling it bottom.
I've seen enough.
I've seen this. Bottom of the list, Super Thunderblade.
Finally, an actual contender. Thunder Force 2. Is that better or worse than Altered Beast, do you think? It doesn't live up to the sequels. It's a little bit prototypical in that sense. They were still feeling out the hardware, trying to find their strengths.
Better.
But once they hit their stride, they made some excellent shoot-'em-ups.
It's all Bubsies and Angel Bubsies, 1 or 2 devils, so it's trending above. So let me just, since it's all trending above, I can just insert it here.
Wow. If only Mascot Friday could be so simple.
It's because there's more people watching, and also everyone has very strong opinions about the Genesis. Also, there's fewer games, so there's less nitpicky.
Okay. So, at least at this juncture, launch day, the best game you can buy for Sega Genesis is Thunder Force 2. And you know what? I agree with that. Democracy works. At least for now. Good-ass game. Altered Beast itself, again, like I said, maybe not something you want to pick up at retail, but it's in the box, you might as well play it, and if you get into it, you may end up liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's got a cool bear.
And you know what? You gotta love cool bears.
Alright, so we're a month after launch. September 1989. We don't know exactly when in September this game was released, but we're going to go ahead and say September 1st, just for the sake of argument. It's the first sports game for the Sega Genesis, sports fans, and it's World Championship Soccer.
Also, hello to everyone joining us, Funk Dog Market and everyone else. We are ranking Sega Genesis launch titles, and we're having a blast.
Yeah,
We've already gone
it's going
off
really
the
well
rails.
so far. Okay, so the most important thing in this game is to listen to the title screen.
Okay, got it. Let me crank it a little bit.
Yeah, crank it.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Mm-mm.
There it is. That's how the game introduces itself to you. Ah!
I love that. I love that scream. I love that scream. Wow. Games are good.
Here you go, Alex.
What? Danny, what the fuck?
I'm terrible at this game, so I've decided we might as well just play a little bit of two-player.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Brazil, who's 5 in every single category except keeper. I think 5 is the best, and you should pick America. Yeah. I want Carlos, Wilkins, Feldman, Corey Feldman, and Corey Haim. If you got them both, I'll take them.
It's true. This game does have M's. And
All right, now pick America, who I think is also just as good as Brazil. Yep, just as good. The stats don't lie. They are neck and neck with Brazil. Yeah,
All
there you go.
right, time to
Now let's start the video game. I'm in the yellow uniform here. I think I'm moving upfield.
How do I hit you?
I think it's the B button. Well, shit. Yeah, you gotta go downfield, I gotta go upfield.
Okay.
Oh, what is this? That's a nice
Chicken.
little cinematic angle.
I got it. Where am I going?
You're going down.
Okay, so this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's A to slide tackle when you're on defense.
Don't even try it. No, don't even try it.
Now this game, believe it or not, has a pretty poor reputation, especially in Europe, where it was released and marketed under the title Italia Cup 90. So it was an official World Cup kind of game.
No.
Let's go, America.
No. Please, Brazil, please. I know you watch our show. Will you show me mercy?
Brazil never shows mercy.
That's fair.
Not in soccer.
That's fair.
Or football, as they call it.
You know, that's fair. They shouldn't. Stop that! I need this to live. This is like my medicine.
Boy, that would be a twist, putting the player's medicine inside the soccer ball.
That sounds like an American. No, I don't know how to kick the ball.
Boof.
No, don't boof. No.
Here we go. I'm gonna score.
No, you're not.
This is for Ronaldo.
No, get out of here. Get out. No, I'm trying to get to a goblin.
Here we go. Soccer soccer goblinization. It's real. Have you ever played a soccer game before, Alex?
God damn it, yes! I played sensible soccer, which is good because it's sensible.
Oh, we did play sensible soccer, so you have a good... Oh, shit. Okay, that was almost a big mistake for me. Yeah, so in Europe, a lot more people played this than here in the States or in Japan, because it was an official World Cup licensed game, which generally gives you pretty high expectations, because, you know, it at least has some kind of budget, but that's not to say that there weren't terrible World Cup games released for, say, the ZX Spectrum over the years, so maybe this wasn't a complete surprise.
Thank you. No!
Now, is it better than NES soccer? I can't tell you.
Oh no!
Yes!
No! God, I ran out of the goal! Why did I
look
do
at that beautiful crowd scene.
The clown! Stop! No!
Yeah,
I
this
miss
game
Sensi.
it's not unplayable. It's just not really something you want to play. There was not a shortage of soccer games on Sega Genesis. You just gonna take it and go home?
I'm gonna avoid you! No!
There it goes. Have we played enough World Cup soccer yet?
No! Not until I...
Here we go, I'll run it in.
That's your own goal!
I know.
Okay,
and you're taking
fine.
all the credit for it. That's World Championship Soccer for Sega Genesis. Not the best soccer game I've ever seen. Then again, I'm not the one to ask.
True. Alright, what
Next
we got
up,
next?
we got a little something for all the dads out there. Soccer's been represented, and we can't go too much longer after that without a golf game, or else we'll explode.
True, okay.
Oh, by the way, soccer was the only game released in September of that year. Starting in October, you could head to a retailer and buy Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf. Good work, Alex. You're a good sport.
Thank you. I did not know I was going to be playing soccer, or else I would have studied video game.
Hey, you want to hear some weird Genesis music?
Hey, what is this?
Now, you want to hear some bad Sega Genesis music? It's not this. It's coming.
Okay.
There it is. Now that's the Sega Genesis sound chip if I've ever heard it.
Is it okay? Is your EverDrive broken?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
This is how the cartridge plays.
Thank you, Refurb, for the 4-month resub. Sorry for the music. Okay, so chat has been mentioning one thing and one thing only, and it is that they love Arnold Palmer drinks. It is their favorite drink.
It is a delicious drink. It's a combination of lemonade and iced tea. I recommend you try it. Especially if you're an ass man on the World Pro Golf Tour.
Wait, I look away for 1 second and you've already named yourself Ass Man. Good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Look, Arnold Palmer himself signed my golf card.
Wait, Pete Harris does Arnold Palmer's? Holy shit.
Oh, shit, I gotta try that.
Yeah, we do.
In this game, you actually do get to pick the clubs you put in your bag. And you even have a caddy, and there's announcers and stuff, so they paid some attention to the presentation in this game. Not to shit-talk World Championship Soccer, which is also very, very good. And this is what it looks like.
I miss the music that sounded like I was dying. Yeah.
Let's get some advice. It's 508 yards. I don't know. Hit the ball, maybe?
Don't fail, dude.
We're gonna do the Arnold Palmer shuffle. This is how I dance to this game.
Where you go?
And just like good old NES golf, it uses the same 3-click swing. First you set your power, then you set your angle, and then you get bored and turn the game off. Unless you're a dad, in which case this is your favorite game of all time.
There's probably gotta be some dads who are like, golf game, no thank you. I'm into the more...
Any back in the day dads? What do you have to say about this game?
Dad, speak up!
Any classically trained dads?
Yeah. Arnold Clown Penis music. Great!
Wow.
Okay, dads, what do you think of this? You can be a dad without kids. I say because as I get older, the more dad-like I get.
Oh, it's totally possible. No,
Alright.
I hit that way too hard.
Some dads are against this, but you're not like, 90s dads. So I
love-
don't know if you count.
I love the
Sorry.
passive voice that the caddy just said. They said it was caught in the bunker. Like, I'm not sure how that happened. It wasn't anything you did. Now, also like NES Golf, it doesn't tell you how far your shots go depending on which club you use. You kind of just have to know or read the manual. Yeah, nice sand wedge. Go in, go in. Holy crap! I am king of dads!
You are the #1 childless father! Aside from the other childless dads in our stream, who were also valid.
You're all valid.
Everyone's valid today, baby.
So essentially, this is a golf game. Not a horrible one, but it doesn't really go all that far above and beyond what we've seen before. Like I said, it does have basic presentation quality. It has that a vaguely cinematic feel, I guess you could say. I'm being generous, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. It looks okay for 1989.
It does.
Also, if you hit 100 shots in a single hole, you are the worst golfer ever, and it rewards you with a minigame based on Fantasy Zone.
Well, that's cool.
That takes forever, though, and I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
But trust me, it's in there. I don't know, I think we've seen all that needs to be seen here. Arnold Palmer, consider voting for him at your next election, which is coming up in a few minutes. Who we got next, Alex?
Next up is... Oh, I know this game very well. Since this weekend. The game we are playing next is, also on October 1st, is Ghouls and Ghosts. Alright, Danny, I bet you're excited for this.
Never heard of it. Maybe you should be the one to play it.
Wait, no.
Here you go.
No, don't. Danny.
For the record, this past Saturday, Halloween, I did a 6-hour stream where I played most ports of this game. And it was one of the first games released for Sega Genesis. I played this during the stream, so I'm disqualified. Alex, you ever played this game before? Yeah, keep it on practice.
I'm about to make a clown of myself.
This was a pretty big selling point for the Genesis back then. Everyone wanted to see a port of Ghouls and Ghosts. And as I proved scientifically on Saturday, this is one of the better ports.
Can I explode that?
Not as good as Maldita Castilla, yeah. Oh, just do whatever you want. Play how you want. Yeah, where is the horse? Yeah, one of the few things missing from this port is the intro, and in particular the 6-legged horse that Arthur likes to ride.
So is my play infuriating you? Oh no, I'm the graveyard duck!
No, I think you're doing just fine.
Shit, I'm the graveyard duck!
Mm-hmm. Ducking in the graveyard.
Okay, I'm good.
At the very least, we can probably agree that this is better than the NES port of Ghosts and Goblins, which at the time was the only other game I had to compare this with.
Yeah, I've got good armor.
Oh, good instincts. I don't think you've taken a hit yet.
Thanks, Danny. Cool guillotines.
Oh yeah, and this was programmed by Yuji Naka, who became pretty big at Sega. This was one of his first projects there, I think. No, wait, he was there for the Master System. What am I talking about? One of his first Mega Drive projects, anyway.
You're being banned, and I think that's very fair.
I don't think so.
Alright, I will probably lose my life soon enough, so...
It's cool, just take your credit as far as it'll go. If not both loops, then at least one loop, I expect.
Oh, Danny, bless you. I don't
Oh
know
yeah, Yuji Naka was there for the Mark I. He was a long hauler at Sega. Yeah, Girl's Garden. That's what made me remember. Like, yeah, Girl's Garden, he did that. And it's being mentioned the sound effects in this port are kind of subpar. Which, yeah.
Oh, this sucks! I don't like this!
It's not the arcade game.
I didn't know you could just kill fire. That's cool.
Yeah. he also did Spy vs. Spy for Master System. Damn, they kept him busy. I guess they would, considering Sega made all the games for their consoles for a time.
Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
They'll get you.
Ugh. This is my last life.
Vultures got you.
Alright, this is gonna be a 2-loop life, so get ready for all your bits. As I literally do the impossible.
Alex, 10,000 bits are on the line. You have to 1 credit clear from this part. It'll be the greatest comeback known to man.
I'm not getting that duck.
The greatest comeback ever since Arnold Palmer won the World Cup.
Honestly, pretty talented, I gotta say.
He's a Renaissance man.
He makes delicious drinks and plays the ghostly goblins.
I don't think getting good at video games works like that. I don't think you can get osmosis for
sure?
being able to play a game. But if we're ever able to do it, it's gonna be us. Oh, nice.
Try it, try it, try it, try it, try it!
Alex just striking out at anyone around him.
It's called protection, honey.
You can jump in. Yeah, there you go. Now, can you make it to the first checkpoint? The answer is yes, you did it!
Hey!
Nice work!
How was those little bastards?
Yep, the old Kamaitachi. Don't you hate when you're walking in the rain and you just get smacked in the face with a sickle weasel?
I do hate that! That's like the worst thing about moving to Texas. Oh, I died. Real quick, thank you to Cantrip for the 4-month free sub. Cantrip7 says the soundtrack would be perfect if it weren't for the sticky keys error noise. Yeah, that kills me.
It's a little basic sound-wise, but most of the experience is there. As I showed on Saturday, if you're good at the arcade game, your ability transfers directly over because it's a good port. I'd say my argument is this is a good game. But who is here to listen to me? No one. Let's play another game.
Okay.
That same week, October 6th, instead of Ghouls and Ghosts, you could choose to buy Super Hang-On.
Oh shit. Damn, that seems like a hard choice.
A little bit. Especially if you're a fan of the arcade game with the big ride-on motorcycle.
Did it come with its own little motorcycle?
No. That would be Top Rider for the Famicom, which came with its own inflatable motorcycle.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hang on with your wang on. I'm glad you're looking to chat again.
Now, whereas other Sega Genesis ports of arcade games tended to shake things up, like Super Thunderblade wasn't a direct port at all, this includes a full port of the arcade game, in addition to an original mode. I'll try and show off both of them briefly. This is the arcade mode, and much like Space Harrier 2, it looks okay. It just has that trademark choppiness to it, you know?
Yeah, it's a little,
The hardware does outpace the Sega Genesis, unfortunately. If you've seen this game before, you may have seen it on Lord BBH's stream. This is one of his favorites. Except for Birdland. Do they have Birdland in this version? I want to find out.
Chat's already talking about Birdland.
Birdland is a wonderful place.
Hey, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
And I know this is gonna probably get people upset at me. What's Birdland? I see it being said a lot, especially in our chat, especially right now.
We might see it pretty soon. I'm not too familiar with this game, but I think you see it pretty quickly.
No, I know about the Jazz Club Birdland. That's why I'm always confused. I'm like...
There's also the Weather Report song, Birdland. Excellent song. Has nothing to do with this game's Birdland.
Okay. I think I got the real answer for it, but I'm going to ignore it because I'd rather be surprised.
Okay. Oh, wait, it's coming back to me. I think even Birdland was cut down a bit for the console port of this.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, Danny likes a lot of things. He likes weather reports. He likes He likes weather in general.
Yeah, big fan of weather and the Weather Report and the Weather Channel. Weather Channel music, ironically, is generally pretty good. There it is! Freaking Bird Bird!
Bird Bird!
Yeah, in the arcade it says Birdland, but here they cut it back to say Bird Bird.
Oh, so that's what Birdland is, and when
Yeah.
people are always like, fucking Birdland, because they're like crashing into it, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I now get the joke.
Now
Thank
you have the
all,
context.
Everybody.
Now I just have to explain the rest of the jokes on Twitch to you.
Okay, I think I know what PogChamp is.
Okay. Have you heard of Poggers?
Mm-hmm. It's also
That's an
like
abbreviation.
PogChamp.
That's an abbreviation invented by Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese and Chuck E. Cheese only.
Fuck it, let's run into Birdland again.
Don't stop telling me. Stop telling me about things that are memes. I don't need to know memes.
Fill Alex in on all of them. He's got to know all the memes.
I know what Forever Alone is.
Have you heard of All Your Bass? That's also on the Sega Genesis.
Oh God.
Let's briefly check out the original mode, which is unique to this port. Wow, cut to demo while I'm trying to choose an option. That's points off. Here we go. Original mode is the single screen.
If it's money, let me know.
Yeah, that's your sponsor, the pharmacy. What's that headgear he's wearing? That's like some kind of traditional Japanese wear, right?
Yeah, I guess this is a really good pharmacy.
Someone can answer that.
Oh,
We have a rival, Mia Ferraru. She's really fast.
Mm.
Let's race.
I think you gotta pick a track there or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks cool.
Now, the problem with original mode is it starts you at the bottom rung of the biking league, and as such, you have the world's shittiest bike. It accelerates like shit, it turns like shit, and basically, the first hour or so of original mode is just really slow, really unfun arcade mode.
Alright, chat is saying the headband is either a Hachimaki or a Matsuri. I have no clue. I am very ignorant. Sorry, everybody.
Eventually you do upgrade your bike, you get better parts, which allow you to actually move fast and be able to compete. But the first few races, you suck. You are the worst biker in the entire world.
Okay, it's Hachimaki. Matsuri needs festival. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Either way, he's sponsoring our bike, and we should be thankful.
We're learning. We're on an educational journey here.
Still, this is an example of the kind of value people would try to inject into these console games. You can't just have an arcade port, you gotta have something extra. And personally, I appreciate this game actually offered both. Like, it wasn't just a bastardized port. They had a fully fledged, for what they could, port of the arcade game in addition to this.
Oh, cool! Friolini used to actually have this as a kid, and apparently the password is insanely long.
Yeah, that's a problem. These early games didn't ship with battery saves, so you had to take down passwords. Wow, it takes a while to get going anytime you stop this bike.
Hi, it's Emerged. Thank you for making the Hachi-Machi joke, because that was the first thing I thought, and I got really mad at myself, yes.
Okay, good. I'm
Yes.
glad we're on the same page. Hachi-Machi.
I felt very guilty for that, but then someone made the joke, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Is that Birdland? Gotta
Stop
pay tribute to
crashing
Birdland.
into Bird Bird!
Bird Bird. I'm actually gonna try and crash a couple more times because there's a kind of exploit in this mode that you should know about. Oh, I'm so clumsy. I should have taken a class or something.
Yeah.
Instead of just hopped on a stolen motorcycle. Oh god. I can hardly stay on the bike.
Are you dying?
Yes. Because this mode has something that's not in the arcade mode, and that is bike damage. If you crash too much, your bike frame gets wrecked.
Okay.
Let's try and do it at a nice high speed. Here we go, get up to a brisk 200 kilometers per hour before slamming into Bird Bird. It's still not good. Oh, there it is, good. Accident. Retire.
I don't
And for
just
that,
crawl.
And for that, your pharmacy sponsor gives you $400, which you can use to upgrade your bike. Unfortunately, you need to fix your frame before you can enter a race. Or can you? See, you don't need a frame. It's fine. Oh. But check it out. He gives you $400 for crashing at the starting line.
Thank you. This pharmacy is...
This pharmacy's not going to stay in business for long. So if you need some help building up money in Super Hang-On, there's a tip for you. Just break your frame and then scam your pharmacy sponsor for as much money as possible.
Thank you so much to Spin Cut for the 18-month resub. Do appreciate that. I think we only got one more game until we have to do another ranking.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Thanks for the sub, by the way.
Alright, what's next?
Okay, October 6th, 1989. A big name finally comes to the Sega Mega Drive. Maybe not as big as Arnold Palmer. I don't know, I wasn't paying much attention to baseball back then. It's your friend and mine, Tommy Lasorda, with Tommy Lasorda Baseball.
Yes.
Now, this game has an incredible cover. It is the best work of airbrushing I've ever yet seen.
Oh my god!
That's not to say that this looks bad. This is a very good likeness of Mr. Lasorda.
Oh my god!
I looked it up today. Mr. Tommy Lasorda is still alive and an impossible 94 years old. I think he programmed this game himself. Alex was not ready for that likeness on the title screen. Oh, I chose East. I chose East, so let's go with the Cleveland's. Cleveland versus Detroit. Yeah, no baseball license, no MLB teams or players here.
I already got a Tommy Lasorda story from chat. Jerry Eris says, so I have a Tommy Lasorda story. I met him at an airport when I was a kid and called him the Slim Fast guy. Bless you, Angel. You are a chat angel. Bless you.
Yeah, he started off as a baseball player and then became a manager where he was much more successful. And then in the 90s, he was indeed the spokesman for Slim Fast, a kind of diet drink. I'd completely forgotten that until just now.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So right now, the computer is making a fool out of me by pitching me these wild curves.
Right.
Oh, now it throws a strike. I see how it is. Now notice the presentation here, the large characters, the clear digitized voice.
Right.
And try to envision a past in which your only reference point fucker for baseball video games was the infamous Kusoge Bases Loaded for NES. Because that was my case. The only baseball game I had for NES was Bases Loaded. And then eventually I got this for Sega Genesis.
Ball.
Show this computer for making a fool out of me in my own stream. There you go.
Rip. Oh wait, you got a base. Unrip. For some reason Oh god! Now I can say rip. You are dead.
Center fielder.
The only problem with this game, in my estimation, is the difficulty is way too hard. It is... The computer just annihilates you.
Safe.
Whether it's preseason, or the first game of a season, or just practice.
Ball.
They have no issues with just making a complete fool out of you. I can tell you though, the two-player mode, actually pretty decent. I had a lot of fun with it. What do you think of that? They didn't get any runs, even though I beamed two of their batters. How pissed off do you think they are right now?
Wait, was that you?
That was me.
Oh, Danny! Danny the murder man!
Right.
Way back when, standards weren't quite as high for baseball games as they are now. You had your bases loaded, your RBI baseball, which was Famista. That's a home run.
Holy shit, Danny! Alright, you should out strong.
Yeah, they call me Mr. Home Run. Yeah, look at that, rounding the bases. So for the time, I would argue, it's a pretty good baseball game. Especially with the cover they gave it, which again, I recommend you look up, because it's incredible.
Right.
We're actually running a little bit behind, so what do you say we go right for the ranking portion of the program?
Right.
I got banned for some reason.
Honestly.
Banned from the Hall of Fame. Yeah, they'd never let me in with all the doping I do.
I was gonna say, you are on so many performance-enhancing drugs, it's like, it's worrisome. Okay, so, our next set of games here.
Yeah, bring up the list.
Where are we starting off on? We are starting on, let's see, that would be World Championship Soccer, the game that turned me into a gremlin. Is
Folks,
that better or worse than Altered Beast?
Yeah, does it stand up to Altered Beast? Does it belong at the bottom of the list? Would Alex Kidd play soccer? That's a question for the
Above
ages.
it, below it, trash, above, below, bottom, below.
Okay. Do folks
Equivalent.
think it's even worse than Super Thunderblade? Which would you rather play? Italia Cup 90 or Super Thunderblade? Given the choice. If a crazed killer was holding a gun to your head.
Hey, if a crazed killer is holding a gun to your head, then pay attention to that. Oh, you want me to highlight Altered Beast? Boom. There we go. Altered Beast is highlighted for your
Good, thank you.
protection. Super Thunderblade is a helicopter above Super Thunderblade. I just see the word Thunderblade. Worse than Super Thunderblade.
I'm seeing more votes for above than below, but it doesn't sound too enthusiastic. So you want to say between Alex Kidd and Super Thunderblade?
Chat, I'm putting it between Super Thunderblade and Alex Kidd.
That sounds about right to me,
Alright,
I think.
let's do it.
World
Alright.
Championship Soccer, that classic turd of the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive, finally gets what it deserves.
Alright, speaking of... I don't know if I'd call it a turd, but it's certainly something. Dads only, it's time to rank Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf.
Where's that go? Is that better than Altered Beast? Could Arnold Palmer turn into a bear, if he really wanted?
Better than, worse than, better than, better... Man,
Oh, actually, this is a little bit contentious. Yeah, Arnold Palmer, compared to the other sports games we've seen, actually paid a little bit of attention to presentation. It was okay to play. I'd say it was on par with golf games of the era.
Just below Altered Beast, just above Altered Beast, in the Altered Beast area. A bit above. I'm seeing it trend above, so...
Are we going to pull an upset here? I don't think it ranks as high as Thunder Force 2, so let's just go ahead and say between Thunder Force 2 and Altered Beast. Congratulations, Mr. Palmer.
Wow, Mr. Palmer.
Incredible. Yeah,
Alright.
Some people do say below, but the votes don't lie. People want to see Arnold Palmer beat the Beast.
Okay, next up is your favorite game and mine, or maybe not your favorite, maybe just your second favorite. It's Ghouls' Ghosts for the Genesis. Folks, better or worse than Altered Beast?
I'm staying out of this one. You probably know my opinion.
Everyone is top of the list, top. Okay, so it's definitely trending Angel Bubsy. I only see one Devil Bubsy, and it's from...
Krongo, I see you.
I was gonna say, it's from our resident troll.
I'm gonna remember this.
Okay, so it's top of the list, better or worse than Thunder Force 2?
Do we have any Thunder Force stands who are willing to put that game above Ghouls and Ghosts? Because, as far as I know, Ghouls and Ghosts was pretty well received. The critics loved it, the players loved it.
Angel Bubsy.
Tommy
worse,
Lasorda
better,
loves it. He could
better,
one credit clear the game.
Better. Yeah, it's trending. It's definitely trending better than Thunder Force 2, so let's do it.
We have a new top game. It's Ghouls and Ghosts. An excellent port. There, that's my true feelings. Now you know them. Okay,
2 more. We got Super Hang On, folks. Super Hang On. The game where you hang on, and it does not come with a motorcycle, unfortunately, so you may ding it for that. Super Hang On. Is it better or worse than Altered Beast?
You can't really ding it for that. There was one other game that came with an inflatable
Better,
motorcycle.
Equivalent.
Alex isn't listening to me.
No, I have to judge. I'm judge, jury, and executioner of these video games. Second
His
place,
mind,
I see.
The only reason to play a motorcycle game is if it comes with a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. Better than Arnie Palmer. I agree with that. Above Arnold Palmer. Okay, so it's trending up, and it's trending above Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, I don't think it matches Ghouls or Thunder Force 2, but you could probably make an argument for it being better than Arnold Palmer.
That's all I'm seeing in chat, is above, not as good as Thunder Force 2, above, yeah.
Do it.
It's almost unanimous. Thank you
All right.
for being so easy to deal with. And last but not least for this round, the potato-faced man himself, Tommy Lasorda Baseball.
Look, he's been on Slim Fast for many years.
Better or worse than Altered Beast? Now remember, this man does not have Arizona-branded drink. Okay, Angel Bubsy, Deviled. Oh, JP Ronnie is all Angel Bubsy, and that makes sense.
Glad we could finally play your
double,
favorite
double,
game on stream.
Double. It's okay. Equivalent. I definitely think it's more equivalent here, so...
Yeah, it's gonna go somewhere in the middle, but where exactly?
Between Golf and Beast. I kind of agree with that.
I could agree with that. My personal preference is I think it's better than Golf, but I could go either way. I don't have an especially strong feeling.
Below, right above, slightly above, just below, just below. Okay, so it's either just above or just below, and it seems very contentious here. So this is a very, very close one. Danny?
I think it's going to go above.
Gonna go above? Okay.
Yeah.
Being the president of video games, Danny gets final call there. All right.
Okay. Well, we got 5 more games here. This is starting to look pretty good. Altered Beast is still around the middle, as I predicted. The sports games did better than I thought they would, with the exception of World Championship Soccer, which, yes, officially sucks ass.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move on. The year is November. The year is 1989.
The year is November!
The year is 1989. The month is November. And one popular character on all our minds, that's right, it's Tommy Lasorda, but also it's Rambo. Rambo 3 for Sega Genesis. Rambo knows what months and years are. What's my excuse?
Chat is destroying you, I just want to say.
Well, I'm not looking at chat, so who wins? Me, that's here.
Oh god, he shot me!
Yeah.
I guess that's what I get.
Launches an arrow right into the chat. Rambo 3, a Sega Genesis exclusive. Now there's a sound effect for you. This game also has an intro even. Oh, excellent sound effects. This is classic Genesis right here. Oh, row, and...
You just love cacophonous noises.
Yes!
The way you said that!
Now, I actually like this game, so I won't try to influence how people rank it, but personally I think this is kind of underrated. So you're Rambo. You got 3 weapons here. You got a knife, a bow and arrow, and a bomb. Bow and arrow you can actually charge up and fire at stuff to make it explode. The knife you can use to knife people, which leaves behind power-ups. Weirdly enough, this is very similar to a later game called Shock Troopers, another game where you have to stab people and power-ups come out. As to whether this is better or worse than Shock Troopers, that's another argument, though.
Why does the knife quack?
That does sound like a quack.
Oh my god, it does.
Now the thing is, you also have a machine gun, so there's no real reason to stab anyone. Oh, come on, blow it up.
Okay, apparently the demo versions of this game's music was posted on the game composer's actual YouTube channel. That would be Kazuhiko and the guy's channel. Cool.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, check that shit out.
Come on, come out of the truck.
More ducks. Duck that man.
Keep them coming. You can actually stand here for a while and get your power-ups. Oh no, it takes off! So it's an overhead view shooter a la Ikari Warriors, but with a little more depth, because it gives you the option of stabbing people instead of just shooting them. And the fact they leave behind power-ups actually gives you a little bit of a, excuse me, risk-reward element to the proceedings. Because you do have to get close to enemies to stab them. And if I haven't sold you on the game yet, check out this next part. Yeah!
Okay, okay. Oh shit.
Bam! And that's how you kill a helicopter.
Hey, good job! Did you have to hit their soft underbelly?
Yeah, that's their weak point. Show off a little bit of this level before we move on.
Okay.
But this is more of a stealth element. Gotta go around this underground base, trying to find dudes. And then you shoot them. There's the exit, but we gotta rescue people first.
Okay.
Anyone play this back then? I rented it, and I had a blast. I played all the way through it. It was one of my favorite early Genesis games. It's not especially deep, and it won't take you long to beat. But for what it is, it's surprisingly competent. I especially like that you can just stand in place and he just kind of wiggles his shot around. That animation, too. Just really getting into it.
Being chastised for killing an endangered species, a helicopter. It's true, you never see those around anymore.
Look, it's survival. It was him or me.
I don't think anyone in chat played this as a child, but
Anyway,
they're certainly watching it now.
We're eating helicopter tonight, so quit your bitching.
It does look, yeah, okay, maybe he is shooting paintballs. Maybe this is like an elaborate, like, paintball RP.
I think that's what it is, yeah. Rambo's paintball adventure.
Y'all
Anyway,
are weird.
there's a bunch of levels of this, and I personally think it's pretty good, but your opinion may differ. I have to respect it. Rambo 3 for Sega Genesis.
Alright, Danny, what's next?
Moving up next, also in the year of November, November 3rd. Oh boy, this game. This is gonna be a controversial one. It's Zoom.
Hey, I've played that on my phone before.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had to change it out with the GoToMeeting. Wow, this must be an early version.
Yeah, their early mascot was kind of weird. Now, this is one of the few games that wasn't developed by Sega Internal. It was ported by a studio who was later known as Sigma, and developed games like Shadow Blasters for Genesis, but it's based on an Amiga game. This is the first Amiga port to arrive on Sega Genesis. Not only that, it's from the developer of Sword of Sodan. So, real high expectations here.
Okay, correction. This game was actually released in January 1990. Whoever wrote the November 1989 date got it wrong.
Well, to hell with them. We're still gonna rank this.
Remember,
Thank you for your correction.
We're altering time here.
Yeah.
Because time makes no sense to us anymore. Alright.
So you
Oh,
play...
he's cute.
You ever play Amidar?
This is Amidar movement! Oh,
It's-
I'm so happy!
It's kinda like Amidar, but you have to trace these, I guess, outlines around things. It's real hard to describe.
So it's like, Kicks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Shit.
with Amidar. I like this. I know this game isn't liked, but I like this.
But every time you get a combo, the most notable thing about this game is every time you get a combo of 2 or more panels, you hear a voice. Shit. I'm bad at this game.
Yes, Flemish Dog! Pepper 2! That's exactly what I was thinking
Oh
of.
yeah, that
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah, Pepper 2.
Pepper 2 is really good.
Alright, listen up.
Come on, boy.
Wait, what?
It says, "Come on, boy." Weird, right?
Come on, boy.
Hey, that's really weird.
Come on, boy.
You also have a limited supply of pellets. You shoot out your back part, which dissuades enemies from following you.
Yeah, if you were throwing pellets from your ass at me, I would absolutely run away.
Yeah, fair.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
It gets a little repetitive, but
Come on, boy.
come on, boy. We did it. Exploded the level. Now, I know this is a tall order, but has anyone on the entire planet ever played this game? I'm curious to hear from you and what effects it had on you. I did not play this when it was new. It was only many years later when I started deeply exploring the Genesis library.
Oh, Bobinator played this.
Wow, what'd you think?
It's fine.
Fine for Amiga or fine for Sega Genesis?
Well, JP Ronnie has played this. They also say it's fine.
Ah, okay. Well, it's 2 votes for fine.
Come on, boy.
I was expecting better. I mean, come on, boy.
That's
Oh,
like what
you can also
say
jump.
To, that's what you say to Buttons when you want him to come indoors.
Yeah, when he's acting bad, you're just like, come on, boy.
That is actually how you say it too.
Come on,
Come on, boy, as you like try to let him out. It's beautiful.
This game has its appeal. It is like nothing else that was on Genesis at the time. Maybe not something anyone especially wanted to see ported, especially here in America where our knowledge of the Amiga was non-existent.
boy. Come on, boy.
Plus, I mean, with the Amiga, there was no shortage of games to port, and yet they chose the Come On Boy game. I'm gonna try and beat this level and then move on.
Okay.
I will say I'm a fan of the fact that you can push a button to shoot out pellets from your butt.
That... I don't know about that.
Not a fan?
No, I'm not.
Come on, boy.
I won't. Well, you're a ghost now, honey.
Mm-hmm. Come on, boy. Yeah, you play this long enough and all you'll hear in your head is, come on, boy. So consider that a warning.
Come on, boy.
It's not even enthusiastic, it's just like, come on, boy.
Yeah, they sound very disappointed in you.
Come on, boy.
Also, it's real hard to see off in the distance because the sprites just get smaller to the point where you can't even see what's supposed to be going on. Yeah, I'm invincible. Let's beat this and then wash our hands of it forever.
You
Zoom.
did it, you blew it up.
That's Zoom for Sega Genesis, a game you've probably never seen before and will never think about again. Until, unbidden, the voice, "Come on, boy," enters your head as you're trying to sleep. Enjoy that.
Hey, no.
What's up next?
Next up, we are November 17th, 1989, with Forgotten Worlds. Oh, hey.
It's a video
I've
game.
heard of.
Forgotten Worlds. Another port of a Capcom arcade game that also happens to be on their CPS-1 hardware, as was Ghouls and Ghosts. So we'll go ahead and get this started. Some nice looking graphics, good beefy dragons.
I did not find him. Okay.
Don't worry, we'll finish him today.
Oh, they're gonna finish the dragon? No. Be nice to the dragon.
Huh?
Hey. Oh, I know this!
Well, that was unexpected. Okay, so
I remember this!
what I did just now is I tried to start up the game with a 6-button controller, which normally kills you, but if you have a 3-button controller plugged into the second port, it automatically starts you as player 2, so okay.
Yeah, Danny did use, you know he's using the 6. Oh.
I was expecting a game over, but I guess if it detects at least one workable controller, we'll try to use that one.
That's right, I did not forget this world. I remembered it.
This world has not been forgotten. It's got a shop. It's got various weapons you can pick up and use. It has a money system. It's called Zenny.
Mm-hmm. It's Capcom shit.
Yeah.
This is Capcom, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I got that right.
Mm-hmm. You're learning. Ghosts and Goblins 1 credit clear is coming soon.
No. Bless you, but no. That, please. I barely beat Symphony of the Night with a literal guide. You
did great.
Thank you. Okay, so if you actually want to get around the weird start thing where it kills you, you can just hold down the mode button when the console gets started. Okay. I'm curious. Why does it kill you? Do you know? It just does?
It's just some games did not anticipate a 6-button controller, and they totally freak out when they try to use it. Miss Pac-Man is another one of those games.
That's right, Blab. Danny did absolutely just say that he's going to do an Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins 1cc.
Did that come out of my mouth? I
Yes,
guess I have
it
to
did.
do it if I said that.
Yeah, you said it. That's what you said.
Well, shit. I really hate that game.
Well, you don't
Here's the first boss, the garbage butthole.
don't write checks your ass can't cash.
Fair.
And this ass is cashing a bunch of butthole things at you, so that's cool.
I will say, whereas Ghouls and Ghosts was a pretty good port that looked okay for its time, this is a pretty big graphical downgrade from the arcade version, and it's kind of unfortunate. Also, the control scheme, it's bad. They did what they could because the original arcade version used a spinner in order to make your character rotate. This one, you spin by pushing A or C. You cannot stop me with just a paramecium.
Is that an antibiotic?
Yeah.
Cool. You can't stop this guy with an antibiotic.
Can't stop me with penicillin. Except I'm allergic. So please don't do that.
You can really... Wait, I thought I was allergic.
Are you the one who's allergic to penicillin?
Someone in this... I am allergic to penicillin, yes. Do not give me penicillin.
Maybe we should figure that out.
Yeah, don't give me... It's a microbe? Okay.
Alright. A lot of important things we gotta sort through after the string. So I'd say this port is adequate, but also a little bit disappointing at the same time. I guess they were focusing all their efforts on ghouls and ghosts, and this one kind of fell by the wayside. Plus there's the whole 6-button controller bug, which is unforgivable. They should have seen into the future.
Thank you very much to White Taxi for the 13-month lease. I do appreciate it. Enjoys a launch line of Sega games.
Nice, thank you.
They're all games, I can tell you that.
They are indeed games. Okay, what I really want to see. In fact, what everyone wants to see, I'm sure.
It's what they're clamoring for.
Mm-hmm. Starting the game with a 6-button controller. This is what happens. Skip through the intro. Did you find him? Don't worry, finish him today. And he's finished.
We did it! You did it! You won, Danny!
I beat the game.
Won. Alright, Danny. What is up next?
Just a second, I'm all tangled up here.
Oh, Danny's got some tangling issues. Now he's untangled.
Okay. Oh boy, we got a good one. Next up is one of the more memorable Sega Genesis games released in its first year. In Japan it was known as Hokuto no Ken, but over here it was called Last Battle. You ever seen this one?
I think so. Let's see. Chat's hollering. Chat is hollering at this. So
Big fans? Yeah, me too. Anyway, all is not well with the world. A great war devastated the land, and nefarious powers established an empire where the good people were treated like slaves. There was hope. Arzak and Alyssa in the land. However, the battle was over. Grom, Gross, and Garrick, 3 strongest and most evil warriors, invincible foes. After a fierce battle, Arzak was able to defeat Grom. Glad he took care of that. Alyssa, Arzak met his brother Gross. Some time ago, Gross lost his memory to violence. Then there was Garrock, who's containing the sealed legacy of the creator of Jet Kwon Do, and so goes the legend of Arzak, the last hero.
Slow down.
Did you get all that?
Absolutely not, but thank you for telling me. Please.
Incoming Sega Genesis sound effects. This game has such good sound effects.
Not Fist of the North Star. It's his last battle. Entirely different property.
No, this is its own unique thing. There's no blood, either. Why would you put blood in a video game? That's just... it's incorrect.
Danny joining the Anti-Chiller Society.
That's me. This is my favorite sound effect on Genesis, I'm pretty sure. The most perfect Sega Genesis sound effect.
You love it when sound effects are wet sounding.
Is that how you describe it?
Well, maybe it's not super wet, but it's like... It sounds a little farty.
A little bit farty. It's got talking, too. Now you have the look of a hero. Yeah, look at that guy. We'll go over here, and
oh, you're a little bust.
We're gonna fight Hulk Hogan.
Oh, he's green.
Mm-hmm.
Is he feeling okay?
Yeah, he has a stomach bug. Now, this game's a strange one. It's full of all these bosses who completely annihilate you unless you figure out the specific ways to fight them. It's also a very difficult game. I don't think there's any continues. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I never beat the first chapter.
No, I'm not sure what part of the manga this was based off of, but...
Yeah, I can't tell you. Whatever the one Green Hulk Hogan was in. For the record, in the Japanese one, he has regular Hulk Hogan flesh color.
Okay. The regular Hulk Hogan flesh color. Thank you, sweetie.
Check this shit out.
Cool.
There's things I like about this game. The act of playing it is not one of them. For its time, though, it had really huge sprites, which was important. It shows you how much better and more mature this system is than the NES.
Okay. This was based on Hokuto no Ken 2, which was a sequel to the original manga, where Kenshiro went to the land of Shura. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Apparently Sonic co-creator Naoto Oshima was art director on this game. Dang.
Yeah, a lot of the big talent at Sega worked on these really trashy games to begin with. A lot of these games involved Rieko Kodama, Yuji Naka. Had to start somewhere. Now the best part of the game, the labyrinth.
According to Morgan, Yuji Naka actually worked on this damn thing.
Wow.
According to Morgan, Yuji Naka used to hate Hokuto no Ken because he was a fan of a rival manga magazine, but he had to begrudgingly read it to make this game. That's so beautiful.
One of the perils of working in the game industry. Sometimes you gotta work with properties you don't like. Now this is a labyrinth stage where there's elevators and multiple floors and you can get lost. It's not great. It's kind of where the game bogs down completely and stops being fun.
Not a fan of I'm not a fan of these labyrinth style stages in 2D. Sorry.
Me either. There's a trick I discovered playing this yesterday though. Like if you jump left and then move right, he goes much faster than he does while just walking.
Oh shit, he does.
In fact, you need that to jump over these small holes, like, see that? It plays so strangely.
The creator of Tales was a special designer here, Yasushi Yamaguchi, because this was like a Sega internal game. Okay, so I'm gonna blame Tales for all of this. Tales?
Damn it, Tales. You should have stopped this. I guess at the time, especially in Japan, this was relevant to an ongoing series, and it had that license appeal. Of course, people would want to play this. I just wish they spent more time on it, because it's not a good game. But is it worse than, say, Super Thunderblade? That's a question we have to answer. I'll play a little bit more of this, because you won't believe who's at the end of the level.
Okay.
What's your prediction?
Big cat.
The big cat? Alright.
Just a big cat.
That would be a good reward for solving the labyrinth.
Oh man, speaking of big cats, I made Danny watch Cats last night. Me and Lauren.
Fucking movie.
Oh, why? You're now anti-Skimbleshanks, the railway cat, the cat up the railway?
Not the worst musical I've seen, but pretty bad.
Yeah, we ranked it, obviously below Xanadu.
Okay,
but...
my musical rankings, by the way, it was two big guys trapped in a cinder block, of course.
Of course.
Musical rankings, number 1, The Blues Brothers, number 2, Xanadu, number 3, Blues Brothers 2000, number 4, Cats, number 5, Moulin Rouge, number 6, at the very bottom, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band.
I agree with that.
Horrible movie.
Rum Tum Tugger was great because he was always freaking out, which was beautiful.
Oh shit, you're supposed to be powered up by the time you fight this guy. Well, I'm dead. And that's the last battle experience. You spend a long time playing, not really having much fun, and then a boss totally annihilates you, and you gotta start all the way over.
Right.
Last battle.
Listen, Sgt. Pepper's may have had Earth, Wind, and Fire in it, but try to watch that film.
It also had...
Just try.
It also had George Burns singing Fixing a Hole, which may or may not be a positive in your book.
It also had Steve Martin doing the worst version of Maxwell Silverhammer you will ever hear. So please move on. What were we playing?
December 1st, 1989. Mystic Defender. It's actually a sequel to a Sega Master System game called Spellcaster. Over in Japan, it's known as Kujaku-O. This is Kujaku-O 2. This one, they actually do give you time to read the story. It's nice of them.
Cool.
Joe Yamato.
Joe Yamato! Alright, we're gonna save Alexandra with Joe Yamato.
See, that's a disappointment. There should have been 20 times the amount of text scrolling 100 times faster. That's how you do a story.
I've seen The Wiz. Danny has not seen The Wiz. Have you?
No.
Okay. I like The Wiz. The Wiz is better than Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I would say that.
Is it, though? I guess we gotta rank it.
Honey, honey, honey. I will not watch. Remember when you try to throw out Sgt. Pepper?
No, that was my roommate.
Okay.
Sgt. Pepper, not to get off on a tangent, I gave a DVD copy of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band to a former roommate for Christmas because he loved the Beatles. We watched it. He was aghast the entire time. And when I woke up the next morning and made coffee, I opened up the garbage, and on top was that DVD copy of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
At one point, you gave it to me. You gave it to.
And then I pulled it out of the garbage and gave it to Alex.
Yeah, and me and Mara watched it, and it was actually I think you may have been there, and it was the worst thing. And then
It's really.
you lost it serendipitously, but
You lost it?
unfortunately-
Oh,
yes,
that's convenient.
it got found again.
Okay.
Ugh.
Anyway, back on track. This game is loosely based on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. You control Billy Shears on his quest through the forest, and you get a whole bunch of powers that you can charge up and make more powerful. Not to sway the rankings, but I think this, along with Rambo 3, are two of the most underrated Sega Genesis early games. This is a pretty decent game, all considered.
I like this. I like its aesthetic.
It looks cool, doesn't it? It does a lot with the limited ROM space.
Is this Master Chew and the Drunkard 2? Yes.
It looks a little bit like it. I won't deny that.
You know, I don't think Danny's seen the apple, and I haven't either, but I do need to see that. I hear it is. I hear it is very.
So should we quit now and just start ranking musicals?
We should, but unfortunately, actually not unfortunately, but you know what? We have a dedication to what our patrons asked to see Sega Genesis games.
Okay.
So my God, we will deliver.
next week, we'll watch Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
No, we're watching anything but that.
Featuring the Bee Gees.
No, I'm not doing that again.
And Aerosmith. Hey, Aerosmith Day is coming up.
Do you want to?
What do you think of these little babies?
I love those little babies more than I love Sgt. Pepper's.
They explode into guts.
I don't love these babies anymore.
In the Japanese version, they are flesh-colored babies and quite disturbing. One of the things they had to change for the US release.
I don't like them at all. I don't.
How about these big bloated heads?
Listen, if we wanted to torture our audience, we would do a watch party of Sgt. Pepper's on our Discord, but we won't because we love our audience.
No one would want to watch that.
I will.
They'd think it was funny for like 10 minutes and then they'd just be horrified.
That movie gave me one of the worst headaches of my life, and it wasn't because of the imagery. Conceptually, it just made me sick.
This game, though, does not make me
this.
sick. I quite like this game. It is a little short. You can beat it inside 20 minutes if you know what you're doing. But in terms of platformers on Sega Genesis back then, it was either this or Alex Kidd. And if you ask me, and no one did, I'd take this over Alex Kidd.
Okay, you say you... Okay. Chad is saying, how bad could Sgt. Pepper's be? Listen,
Oh, you don't know.
Danny and I have watched every single Beethoven movie. Every single one. And I would much rather watch those.
Quite enjoyable. A highlight of Judge Reinhold's career.
I would much rather watch all of those than watch even 15 minutes of Sgt. Pepper's. Okay.
I missed the jump. Are we ranking now?
I think it's time to rank. We're a little behind, so I think we can...
Okay.
yeah.
Consider these walking, exploding babies as you rank the previous 5 games we just saw. Let me find a safe spot so we can get to ranking. Quit attacking Joe Yamato.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I've been muting the music, so...
Oh, damn it. I've been finding music to play.
Well, you know what? This time I'll leave the music on.
Alright, here it is.
Okay, this is good stuff.
Based on what you've seen, tell us whether these games are better or worse than Altered Beast, giving us an RP Angel Bubsy or Devil Bubsy, depending on your vote. The first game of this batch that we played was a game called Rambo 3. You heard of this guy, Rambo? He seems pretty angry. I don't know if I want to hang out with that guy. He's a little intense. Is Rambo 3 better or worse than Altered Beast, though?
Angel, 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 angel. All angels. All angels, one devil. I saw one devil and one equivalent. So,
it's looking pretty good for old Rambo.
Yeah, it definitely is. Rambo, you're doing good.
How high up is he going to go? My suggestion, between Thunder Force 2 and Super Hang-On. What do we think about that?
Chat. Between Thunder Force 2 and Super Hang-On, can I sell you on that? I just see bullshit. So that's good. But I do see that's a good spot. Yeah, do that. Below Hang-On. Hell no. I like it. At least under Super Hang-On.
Do we like Super Hang-On more than Rambo
good spot,
3?
Seems fair, sounds right. Folks, it looks like like it is trending between Super Hang-On and Thunder Force 2.
Yeah, we got some pushback, but overall, I support above Super Hang-On.
Rambo 3, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks everyone for all your input.
Alright, next up is...
Oh my
Zoom.
god, it's Zoom, the classic Amiga-ported Sega Genesis game. Is Zoom better than Altered Beast? Now, I ask you to consider three things. The weird character, the fact that you can shoot pellets out your butt, and, more than anything, come on, boy.
This is mixed. This is mixed. This is all over the place. This is inscrutable. It is either equivalent, just below, just above, RP come on boy, RP come on boy.
I wish I could express that with an emote.
Zoom is better than Ghouls and Ghosts, so that is...
Alright. I'm going to keep a record of whoever said that. Got
it's a bad game and you know it. I do agree with RP come on boy. So it looks like it's trending between Super Thunderblade and Ghouls and Ghosts, so that's good. So let's try to get down here. I don't personally think it's better than Altered Beast.
I don't think it's better than Alex Kidd. I want to say it's better than World Championship Soccer. What do we think about that?
Okay, how about, hear me out, between Alex Kidd and World Championship Soccer. Would we be okay with that?
Some people still want to put it above Altered Beast. I mean, maybe there's something you see in it that I don't.
Yes, too low. Definitely better than Alex Kidd, because fuck that game. That's good. Good. I wouldn't piss my pants over that. Don't piss your pants in general if you can help it. Above Alex Kidd.
You know what? I'm gonna compromise. Let's say Zoom is better than Alex Kidd.
All right,
This hurts me. I'm gonna have to apologize to Alex Kidd later on.
Isn't he our? Oh, yeah, he's our neighbor. Shit.
I'll buy him a nice dinner.
Will you?
No.
Okay.
Next up, after Zoom, we played a game called Forgotten Worlds.
Oh.
Have you already forgotten it?
No.
Is it better or worse than Altered Beast? Considering that you instantly die if you play with a 6-button controller.
It's being ranked, come on, boy. Please, please.
I think Zoom broke everyone's brains, which, fair enough.
Better, 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 better. It's bad port. Better, equivalent, it's bad port. Angel Bubsy. Okay, it's definitely trending above, or close, so it's between probably Altered Beast and, let's say, Rambo 3. Folks?
Here's my suggestion. Between Super Hang-On and Arnold Palmer. Too much? Too little? Just trying to push things along here, because we do have 5 more games. I think I'm being fair. Maybe I'm not.
Sure, above Lasorda, Devil Palmer.
Devil Palmer.
Sounds good. Count all... Listen, I can barely count to 20. You can't expect me to count all these votes.
I think months or years. Hell, after this year, can you blame me?
Wow, between Arnold and Tommy. You know, I kind of like that.
Should we break up Arnold and Tommy?
Yes, they are not a couple anymore.
You know what? I kind of like that too.
Okay, we're breaking them up.
Break them up. Forgotten Worlds, in between Arnold Palmer and Tommy Lasorda Baseball.
Alright, and after that would be the unforgettable tale of the last battle.
Folks, there was this guy named Arzak, alright? And he had Alyssa and Garrus and Grok and Gross. You know, they're all classic characters. His last battle better or worse than Altered Beast?
1, 2, 3 devils, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot of devils. I'm not counting them at this point. It's all devils except for 2 angels.
Okay, it's a consensus then. But how low can it go?
I'm seeing above Alex Kidd More than either above or below Alex Kidd.
That's
in the Alex Kidd range.
That's a bridge too far. I'm gonna say Alex Kidd is better than Last Battle, and I stand by that.
Okay, well, it's trending below Alex Kidd, just below Alex Kidd, so it looks like you chose right.
I'd still rather play it than World Championship Soccer, so good choice there. And finally, the last of the block, Mystic Defender. A game that has weird little man babies. A game that's actually pretty decent. It's a platformer. You shoot stuff. Need I say more?
Need he say more? Angel, Angel, but only just. Angel, Angel between Rambo and Hang On. Angel, Angel. I actually like between Rambo and Hang On.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's saying above, between Rambo and Hang On.
I would say
Hang
it's
On.
above
Okay.
average. It doesn't meet the standard set by Ghouls' Ghosts or Thunder Force 2. It's just an okay time. You won't regret the time you spend with it.
Okay, I'm seeing just above. So, okay, yeah, I'm seeing it trending towards between Super Hang On and Rambo. You okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, all right.
You cool with that?
I better be.
There we go. That's how our list is looking so far.
All right.
Looking all right. We got 5 more games to go, but so far, it seems as though if you bought a game after the Sega Genesis came out, odds are it's going to be better than Altered Beast. But let's see how that finishes up with our last batch games. Last few of these came out in 1989, and a few came out in early 1990. These are differentiated by the size of the Sega Genesis logo on the side of the box. Literally, the first wave of games has a slightly smaller Sega Genesis logo. That's how it's determined. I don't make the rules.
Okay.
Starting in December 1st, with Truxton.
I like Truxton. I've never played it, but the name makes me laugh for some reason that I cannot tell you why, but it always gives me a chuckle whenever I see the words Truxton, so... The word Truxton, I should say, so it's multiple words. It's not multiple words, I should say. Sorry, I'm
Are you done?
No, I'm on my Truxton rant, baby. Truxton and Fuxton is all that I crave. Thank you.
Alright, so this is a port of a Toa Plan shooter. It takes place in space, as many shooters do. In Japan, it was known as Tatsujin, and over here it's Truxton.
They translated Tatsujin to Truxton?
Yeah. Tatsujin means expert. This is considered to be a very hard shmup. Over here it's just called Truxton.
But it's called Truxton!
Yeah.
Makes it sound like it's about, it's a convoy of trucks. Like you're gonna see a bunch of cool trucks.
Truxton. I had this game as a kid. Notably, this was the free game I got as part of the buy 2 get 1 free offer. The other 2 games we bought to get this for free were Ghouls' Ghosts and Alex Kidd. I don't know, back then I loved Alex Kidd more than I loved this, but nowadays I'd probably admit that this is a better game.
Yeah, I agree. Truxton does sound like a platformer starring a cartoon truck. I love this music.
Yeah, it's good. It's probably the thing I remember most about the game.
Sucks we're a little low on time because I actually want to see a lot of this game.
It's cool. It is one of my personal favorites, and hopefully you won't let that sway you when it comes time to rank it. You want to see the big showpiece of this game?
Yes.
It involves some flashing.
Okay, I will be careful.
Because when you hit the bomb button, what you see is that.
Whoa!
Cool, right?
Yes? Yes, okay.
There's also
Very
alternate
sick.
weapons. Here's the green weapon. There's the blue one.
Top of the fucking list. It's the coolest screen clearing bomb ever. Yeah, it's
Yeah, you want to see it again?
Yes, actually.
There it is.
That was a sick bomb, Danny.
It's one of the better looking Genesis games back then. Also, this weapon homes in pretty nice.
She can set that thing on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Ravenworks. It's like a frightening image from look around you.
How about I just play this for the rest of the stream? I really like this game.
Well, we're gonna run late anyway, so...
Why not? Okay, a full playthrough of Truxton starts here.
Okay, we do have a highlighted message here from Plaid. I'm I'm going to read it to you because I like torturing you.
All right.
Before the film's release, Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees announced, "There's no such thing as the Beatles now. They don't exist as a band and never performed Sgt. Pepper live in any case.
Holy
when
shit.
ours comes out, it will be, in effect, as if theirs never existed."
You know, I wanted to merely rank the Sega Genesis launch lineup, but as an unfortunate side effect, we've introduced people to the movie version of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
You know what?
Don't let this consume you. Do not pursue it any further than what I've told you. Look at this. Look at this thunder weapon. That's cool, right? You can play Truxton. You don't have to watch that movie.
Do not take the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band challenge. Do not do this.
It's not cool. No
It's
one will
not-
think you're cool if you do it.
No matter what,
Especially not this skull.
thanks for doing it like that, honey.
That's actually a cheat. It becomes extra powerful if you pause the game a lot when you use it. Unfortunately, we're going to have to move on, but this is Truxton. As far as I know, no, it's not the only shooter. It has to compete with Thunder Force 2. And that's going to be a battle once it comes time to rank it. But next up, oh my god, now this is a game. December 2nd, 1989. The heavens opened up, and what was unleashed on the world was the revenge of Shinobi. Straight from heaven itself.
So, wait. Heaven got revenge on Earth?
Yeah. Heaven is a place on Earth.
Oh.
Now this is another one we gave the Mascot Friday treatment. This was far above Bubsy, if I remember right.
Yeah, Chad is already flooding RP Angel Bubsy. And
But I'm going to go ahead and just show off a level, just so you remember what it looks like. This is a great game. I really love Revenge of Shinobi. It's got big characters, but also you can control them, and it's not horribly repetitive like Last Battle is. It's got depth to the gameplay, close-up attacks, power-ups, ninja magic.
It sounds good. It
Yeah.
looks good. I like
Yeah,
this.
got that Yuzo Koshiro soundtrack. His first soundtrack for Genesis. It just does something like shifting the palette to turn it to nighttime. No big deal. It's just part of being Shinobi.
Lab, are you fucking with me?
Is it another matter related to that movie?
No, it's about Yuzo Koshiro producing a new track based on ActRaiser for Korone-chan.
I think I heard something about that, which if it turns out to be fake will make me sound like an idiot, but
I hope that's real. That better be real. That better be real. He did? Okay, wow. Well,
he's been doing a lot of work lately.
how do we become a VTuber? I'm sick of becoming a human tube. I want to be.
You transform into a goblin every so often on stream.
Yeah, I'm a G-tuber, goblin tuber.
G-tuber. Anyway, to save on time here, I recommend checking out our Shinobi series-specific episode of Mascot Friday. Available on the spreadsheet you see below this stream. Just do a search for Shinobi on the Mascot Friday spreadsheet. We played a lot of this, and to sum it up, we ended up liking it. But how does it rank among the other launch titles? We're going to find out.
Okay, but Listar is a goblin, and I'm a maybe it should be a gremlin. Okay, you're right. It should be,
Yeah,
it should be a gremlin streamer. I don't want to
rebrand it as a gremlin.
Okay, G-tuber, gremlin tuber.
Next up, oh my god, the hits keep coming. December 22nd, right before Christmas, it's time for Golden Axe.
Oh shit. Hey, this has been 3 good games in a row. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was kind of a rough start, but I think Sega Genesis got going really quick. Because just a couple months after launch, you get freaking Golden Axe. We'll be the Barbarian. That invaded the castle and took the king and princess. My good friend Alex was also killed in the battle. No!
Shit, I'm a dead man.
You are a dead motherfucker.
Yeah, I died.
So, you know this game. It's a beat-em-up in the Barbarian mold. It has kind of a weird combat system if you're used to combo-driven brawlers like Final Fight, but it's similar enough. It's also not to say it's bad, it just feels different. It has its own flavor, its own barbarian flavor.
How is it? Is it smoky? It's got umami? Is it salty, sweet?
A little bit of a barbecue taste to it.
Mmm. It's all the dirt that's there.
Yeah.
All the dirt and... Oh, this is awful. I'm
Barbarians love dirt-covered meat. Get to kick around little elves.
I do like the idea of kicking around elves. Elves are too high and mighty. No more elves. Sorry,
take 'em
all
down,
the elves
Peg.
there.
You also got fancy moves like this one. Look at that twirl.
Do
Wouldn't think this man could twirl, but... Oh, well, I'm on a horse now.
That's more like a bird, but I guess birds can be horses.
Well, now no one gets the horse.
Oh, shit. Let's see, barbarians are dirt-covered meat. Genesis was a barbarian-based system.
Sure was. There.
Well, I just heard a woman scream as I looked at chat, so that's good.
I'm doing my fancy twirls.
I saw. It was...
For
oh,
you.
It's so good! No more
Practice
elves.
this.
No more elves. Yeah, get their shit. Are you just beating them up and stealing their shit?
Yeah,
Cool.
they're thieves. They steal from us if you let them.
Oh, so you have to kill them first before they do any crimes.
Yeah.
So it's like Minority Report, pre-crime stuff. Okay.
You also have magic you can store up by kicking elves, and it does this.
Hey, those guys with the mallets look like Karnovs.
Well,
Did you just nuke the Karnovs?
I did.
In Karnovember? Dude.
In this, the year of Carnovember.
Yeah. Listen, months or years now, we're just gonna have to deal with it.
See, if I had magic potions, he'd have stolen them. So you gotta get justice. And then you stand in the fire.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just being a barbarian, showing off how tough I am.
No Nut Carnovember. I wish I read that before I read it out loud.
I wish you did too.
Yeah, sorry everybody.
We're gonna play more of this on stream for sure. We have to do a complete Golden Axe playthrough, but all you have to know for now is that this game was awesome when it came out.
Yeah, I should have read this instead. National Karnov Novel Writing Month. Thank you. I don't
It's
know
quite
why
a cultured man, that Karnov.
my brain ultimately went to the worst thing I saw. Okay, so what's next, Danny?
Next up, as I mentioned, the final games in the first wave of Genesis games happened to come out at the beginning of 1990, as was this one, January 11th, 1990, Herzog's Vi. This was the last game to be released as part of the Sega Ages lineup for the Nintendo Switch. It comes with a tutorial, which, thank God, because it absolutely needs one.
This I would call a game for dads.
Oh, totally.
Dads and nerds.
Dads would love the shit out of this game.
Especially nerd dads.
If you're unfamiliar with this game, it's a prototypical RTS. Some would say among the first RTSs ever made. What you gotta do is go in your base. This is still pretty new to me. And you gotta pick infantry. You gotta tell them to go into bases. And then you gotta build them. Once they're built, you pick them up and you go and drop their asses off right at the base because they're not smart enough to do it on their own. Once you have 4 dudes in a base, you take it over and you start getting resources. Later on, what was that company? Westworld? They made a game called Dune 2, which was very much like this, but much more popular. Let's see if we can take over a base before we quit.
God, I'm Westwood. Okay.
Westwood, there you go. Fortunately, there's only a very limited amount of the game I can show off in this amount of time because these battles tend to take a long time. It is an RTS. But from what I played, it's very ambitious, especially considering what kind of other stuff was released for Genesis at this time. Like, they barely knew how to make platformers. And here's Technosoft making the first RTS for consoles. And we took that over. Yeah, it's powered up. This is my base now. From here we can make more things. Let's go ahead and make a tank.
Okay.
Make a tank that does whatever this is. Sorry, I didn't read the manual.
It makes something cool. Yeah, so this is a sequel to, according to people here, and this is, I don't think I need to give a disclaimer. I think this is something that I've actually kind of about. This is a sequel to Herzog. Herzog was originally released on the MSX, PC-88, PC-98, and Sharp X1, so this is...
Let's take on the enemy base.
No!
You can transform, turn yourself into a dude, and shoot up the enemy troops. I don't think you can take over the bases yourself. And in fact, you have a very limited amount of energy, which determines how far you can go before exploding. So let's head back to base. But basically, it's a head-to-head RTS where 2 players compete for resources. There is a 2-player mode, and it is split screen. And I will say the computer AI will just annihilate you. It doesn't care that you haven't read the instructions. It doesn't care that this is your first RTS. It will win. That's what it does. They have a map there saying how much territory that you've got. I'm already way behind. Let's build another tank and take it over into enemy territory. I think you can pick up stuff you produce at any of your bases. Yeah.
Hey, I know you're producing units, but could you produce some coffee?
Yeah, okay.
Just turn one of these places into like a... Well, I guess maybe not Starbucks. That seems a little gauche. Maybe like Caribou Coffee or
We could do that.
Pete's? Yeah.
Spread the word about good coffee.
Listen, that's going to defeat the enemy because the enemy's all going to get diarrhea.
In the end, this game is about producing resources and just keeping track of a shit ton of shit across this map where everything unfolds in real time. Amount of energy again. If you get into it, supposedly this is one of the best games of its kind, especially for the era. As for me, I just barely learned how to play it last night, so I'm still pretty new at it. But I had fun with it. It's got good music, the graphics are good, and I can say there's really nothing else like it on Genesis, or anywhere at the time. Shall we move on to our final game?
I think it's time. Also, yeah, it does look really neat. I wish
It's
I was
cool.
more into real-time strategy, but it's cool.
Yeah, be prepared with your arguments if you played this game and have an opinion about it, because hell if I know how to rank it. Last up, I wanted to cover some of the Japanese launch titles, but we are already way over time, so let's go ahead and just end up with the final game. The final first wave Sega Genesis game came out late in March of 1990. It's Phantasy Star 2. And holy shit, this game.
I know you're a stan of this.
I love Phantasy Star 2.
You getting a little emotional here, sweetie?
Listen to this music.
Let's crank it. See chat saying bottom of the list.
Hey.
This is a walking simulator.
Hey,
This game sucks.
do you hear any farts? I hear not a single fart in this soundtrack. And not a fart you shall hear.
Teleport Maze the RPG. You're being owned in chat. I'm sorry.
Let's go ahead and get this started.
Sega was shit. This is no Zoom.
It is no Zoom. It doesn't really compete with Zoom all
Dr.
that
Sparkle
well.
was right about this game. You are worst dungeon design in history of JRPGs.
There's a lot of opinions about this game, and believe it or not, all of them are right. But take yourself back to 1991. You haven't played anything else like this. And all of a sudden, the game just presents this weird sci-fi fantasy world, unlike anything else you've seen because you're unfamiliar with Dungeons & Dragons.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dungeons & Dragons isn't sci-fi, so...
And it has these great little cutscenes like this. That's us, by the way. We're ripped anime man.
Oh god, now with Mother Brain going on, I can't worry about my abusive childhood if I have to worry thinking about Mother Brain.
Yeah, it's time to go to our sweet government job. We've been working here for 2 years, and we are a very good space cop. Yeah, there's a lot about Mother Brain. Mother Brain started malfunctioning, there's monsters everywhere, they shut off the dams so no one has water. Then you go back home, and then Nee seems worried.
Chat's been talking about Nee.
She's a very important character. She just kind of lives with you. You found her alone. She's kind of like a human biomonster hybrid. She's nice enough, though. And we gotta take her with us. And from there, you start on an endless journey of hundreds upon hundreds of hours. This is a very long game. And I gotta admit, I may not have enjoyed this game as much as I did if it didn't come with a hint book that told you everything to do. It had maps of every dungeon, it had a step-by-step instructions of where to go. It made the game very enjoyable for me. But if you didn't have that, you may not have enjoyed it as much as I did.
It's nay, not me.
Oh,
well,
nay.
Nay, nay, Danny. It's nay.
Thanks, Alex.
Don't thank me, but I appreciate it.
We're gonna give Nee a couple of steel bars, because that's her weapon.
Is she a wrestler?
No. And in fact, in Japan, the weapons are called claws. She uses claws. But here in the States, she beats people to death with iron bars.
Let's see. Frumple says, I like those weird visual novels that were spun off from this game more than the game itself.
Oh yeah, those were cool.
Okay, those are interesting, yeah.
So it's an RPG. You wander around, talk to people. It's not especially well translated. From now on, women should be armed and should fight. I believe in that. Hell of an NPC I picked to talk to as an example. So you go out in the main world, and this music honestly carries a lot of the experience. Because you're going to be out here grinding for years of your life, it feels like. Let's get into a battle.
Okay.
I said, let's get into a battle.
Just hold on.
There it is. It looks like this. It
Oh,
looks like
cool.
It looks like the box art for a Sega Genesis game. I personally love that. And once you hit fight, things just kind of unfold on their own. Oh, Knee's still blocking. No, stop that. Make Knee fight. I believe all women should be armed.
I believe all women should be armed and murdering people.
There we go.
We need
Look at
more
that.
women murderers.
It's clearly a claw she's using. But what people said about this game being endlessly tedious is exactly correct. While you have the hint book to help you through all the dungeons, these dungeons are just miserable if you look at them in the grand view. They just... floors upon floors of nothing, very little treasure to make things worthwhile. It's just an endless grind. And it's especially disappointing considering the original Phantasy Star did things way better than Phantasy Star 2 did.
Well, according to Electric Boogaloo, Phantasy Star 2's director, Akinori Nishiyama, was a game tester on the original Phantasy Star, so,
Wow, from tester to director.
holy that is, I'm sorry, but that is a fantasy they peddled to a lot of people getting into Q&A.
That's true.
That's very rare that should happen, I just want to be up front there.
So, our complete playthrough of this game is still forthcoming. One of these days, we will spend the 200 hours necessary to play all the way through Phantasy Star 2.
Oh my word.
Whether it'll be worth it, I don't know. But the battles look cool. It was a hell of a thing to see in 1990. And while it doesn't stand up to other 16-bit RPGs, for the time, it was exactly what I needed. And I love this game. Nowadays, you should probably just play Phantasy Star 4. That's a really good game. Hey, Nee gained a level.
Hey, congrats, Nay. You gained a level. Just 30,000 more years of walking to go.
He tried to kill Nee 7 months ago. This is bad news. Let's go back for a while. Eventually you gotta find your way past this guy. There's all sorts of twists and turns and planets exploding and weird aliens you gotta find and talk to. It's a hell of a game, and I'm not sure if anyone could stomach it nowadays. But that's Phantasy Star 2. And now it's time to rank the games. The last batch. How did they stand up against the earliest Genesis games? Are they any better than Super Thunderblade?
Are they?
Let's find out.
Alright, so first up is the game with the name that makes me smile. It is Truxton from December 1st, 1989. Folks,
Truxton.
is Truxton better or worse than our pal Altered Beast?
Yeah, let's answer that question first, and then we'll figure out where to rank it.
One devil, angel, 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 top of the list, angel, 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 angel. Yeah, it's above Altered Beast. I'm not even gonna
Okay.
I'm calling it.
But how far above? In particular, let's rank it against another shoot 'em up. Is it better than Thunder Force 2?
Chat, is it better than Thunder Force 2? Is Truxton the superior shoot man game? I just see Truck Nuts, good. Above Thunder Force, better, better. I prefer Thunder Force. Thunder Force is better. Yes, above, 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 above. Keep on Truxton, which I assume is an above Thunder Force 2, so it is trending above Thunder Force 2. So it's above Thunder Force 2.
Okay.
I just see Truck Nuts. Good. I assume that means it's better than Thunder Force. 'cause
There were a
Truck
couple
Nuts are
of
better.
Thunder Force 2 diehards who prefer that game to Truxton, but most people think it should go above, and I saw a few votes for just below Ghouls, which sounds exactly right to me. There it goes, in between Ghouls and Ghosts and Thunder Force 2. Not a bad place to be.
Okay, next up is the Revenge of Shinobi.
Oh my god, now here's a game. Let's get this out of the way. Is it better than Altered Beast? Gotta make it official. Gotta fill out the forms. My boss will be on my ass if I don't do this.
Top of the list, top of the list, top of the list. Oh my god. That is just all angels all the time.
Oh, everyone loves Revenge
Top
of
of the
Shinobi.
list, top...
Can you blame them? If not even the game itself, the soundtrack alone puts it...
Number one, Okay, Chad is demanding this be number one top of the list right now.
Okay,
And
what do you think? Is it better than Ghouls and Ghosts?
Yes. Sorry.
I say no.
This is definitely number... Literally, you cannot deny the will of the people here. Everyone is like, yes, yes, yes.
I won't deny the will of the people. I'm just saying my opinion.
Okay.
If the will of the people demand it be number one, there ain't shit I can do about it.
Chad just said, come on, boy, to you, so it's gotta be number one.
Okay, I can't argue against that. You got me there.
I'm counting all the votes, and they all say above Ghouls and Ghosts. Sorry.
Wow, what an upset.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible port Ghouls and Ghosts was, but even that couldn't stand up to the great Revenge of Shinobi.
You know what?
I'm
going
not
to agree with Chad.
I can't even be mad about that. It is a great game. I happen to disagree slightly on its placement, but it belongs up there for sure.
Don't electoral college us. Daniel, you son of a bitch. No, we put it up. We put it up. We listened to you. Please don't.
I am going to gerrymander the chat. You're all being split up, and according to those rankings, it's actually at the bottom, so up yours.
Oh.
Thanks for your input. I'm glad to do your will.
All right.
Okay, next up, this is going to inspire a lot of conversation, I'm sure. Golden Axe. Golden Axe, is that better or worse than Altered Beast? Many of the same team members from the arcade division worked on both games.
Angel.
They are both beat-em-ups.
Below Altered Beast, Angel, just above Truxton.
Consider you can't be a bear. You cannot be a bear in Golden Axe.
Top of the list.
But
Angel.
I think in the end, yeah, it's looking like it's above Altered Beast.
I've seen a few under Truxtons. Okay. Above Rambo 3. Under Truxton. So it's definitely between Truxton and Rambo 3.
I could make an argument of it being better than Truxton at best, but not better than Ghouls and Ghosts. So if people want it just below Truxton, I could deal with that. I would say it's probably better than Rambo 3. Probably better than Thunder Force 2, even.
Folks, between Thunder Force 2 and Truxton, can we sell you on this position?
I like Rambo 3 and all, but Golden Axe is a classic, and they could never get it right again after that.
Better than Thunder Force 2, below, no one could... No, I don't know. Okay, so no. How about between Rambo 3 and Thunder Force 2? Between Rambo 3 and Thunder Force 2.
That sounds okay
again
to
to
me.
hypnotize you. Between Rambo 3 and Thunder Force 2. That's fine. Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Okay,
We've
fine.
compromised.
Good. Okay, good.
It's just beneath the shooters and above Rambo 3. Sorry, Rambo. Please don't shoot me with your gun.
There we
Golden
go.
Axe. Not bad, Golden Axe. Oh boy, I hope y'all can tell me how to rank the next game, because I don't know. Herzog's Vi. Better or worse than Altered Beast? If you hate RTSs, you could probably rank it below Altered Beast. It's also one of those weird cases where it's a formative kind of game, where it was great for the time, and the genre wouldn't exist as we know it without it, but do you want to play it nowadays?
Okay, it's definitely above, aside from the Ghostbusters ghost, who I assume is haunting...
The Ghostbuster Ghost is a fan.
Okay. I'm happy for people who like it, says Uzi. Good. Okay, good.
That's my opinion.
Rather play... Oh, I'd rather play it other than above Truxton. Okay. From a technical standpoint, it's good, but I wouldn't play it. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, basically.
Make it the techno soft block, actually, yeah.
Does it belong in the top 5, you think? Way back when, magazines didn't know what to make of this. EGM gave it 2s and 3s, if you can believe it. They thought it was a big piece of crap.
Above Mystic Defender. I do agree above Mystic Defender. Under Golden Axe. I like this. I like this range. Somewhere between Golden Axe and Mystic Defender. So, how about...
Do we want to throw Rambo under the bus again?
Yes, get out, Rambo. How about right below Golden Axe for Herzog Zwei? How are we feeling that? Right below Golden Axe. Just right below it.
Rambo won't be hurt by this. That's
yes,
a good argument.
Yes, okay. Rambo's used to it, fine, go for it. Yeah, okay. I'm calling it.
Rambo's a tortured soul, and we're gonna heap on the punishment by saying he's not as good as Herzog Zwei.
Can we not punish a man who reacts to being punished by shooting me because I don't want to be shot?
That's gonna be the next sequel.
Great.
Rambo versus Alex.
Please, Rambo's gonna fucking win. I don't even know how to shoot a gun. Okay.
All right, last up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, how is this gonna go? Phantasy Star 2. Is that better or worse than Altered Beast? Now, do consider Altered Beast is 30 minutes long, and Phantasy Star 2 is approximately 1,000 hours long. But also consider that you may have more fun playing Altered Beast in a modern context. I love Phantasy Star 2, but whatever people are willing to say about it, I'm willing to accept. Because I'm a realist. And the realist.
You are the realist. It is trending just above Altered Beast.
You think so? It's gonna squeak out a victory?
Mm-hmm. It's either RP equivalent or Angel Bubsy. It's not too enthusiastic, but it is definitely above Altered Beast just by a hair.
Okay, so not even top 10. Do you think it's gonna beat Arnold Palmer?
I don't know if it'll be Tommy Lasorda. Around the Forgotten Worlds range. Okay, I'm seeing that.
Think of Nee. She's crying right now. She knows the fate that awaits her in her game, and you're just making it worse.
So, somewhere between Arnold Palmer and Tommy Lasorda. So
wow,
the
what a place
is,
to be.
Does this go above or below Forgotten Worlds? Above Forgotten Worlds or below Forgotten Worlds? Crying Nee of River. Great, okay. So, let me know if you want it above or below Forgotten Worlds. So either give me an above or a below. Below, above, great. Below, above. Oh, this is contentious. Oh, this is, I can't rank this.
I think it's very slightly trending above.
I've already forgotten about Forgotten Worlds. Above, maybe? Just above? I think I'm calling it.
I'm the master of the grammar goblins, you're correct. And we're putting it...
Above.
Above.
Alright.
Phantasy Star 2, as much as you love it, you gotta admit that it has problems. I still like it a lot. Maybe play it sometime. Maybe play one of those patches that doubles your experience or quadruples it or whatever. It's kind of a pain in its original form, but I think it's worth suffering through. Just not that much suffering that it demands from you nowadays. How's this list looking? This is it. That was the final game.
So, number 1 is Revenge of Shinobi, and number 20 is Super Thunderblade, bottom of the list.
Okay, I'll take that. Looking pretty good.
Yeah,
so
most of the games are better than Altered Beast.
Yep, more than half the games that you bought after release would categorically be better than Altered Beast. That's not a bad lineup. You could go to the store and pick up something and be like, hey, that's better than Altered Beast. Especially sports games. I think Sega came out real strong with those good-looking sports games that actually played pretty well. Arnold Palmer, in particular, was a good-looking golf game for its time.
Yeah, it was.
Despite the music. And Tommy Lasorda, I mean, you can't argue with Tommy Lasorda. Slim, fast spokesman, famous pitcher, famous manager. He's a triple threat.
He is.
Of course, there were also those great side-scrollers, Revenge of Shinobi, of course, being the best one. The arcade ports were good too. Ghouls and Ghosts, an excellent port, especially for the time. We mentioned during the Ghouls and Ghosts marathon that the Super Graphics version, while technically superior, came out years later and required you to buy new hardware over the PC Engine. Meanwhile, you could get something really good on Genesis. So overall, whether you were into platformers, arcade ports, or sports games, it's true what they say, Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Yeah, I had to say it at some point. Come on, I'm contractually obligated.
You are. It's part of You were cursed at birth to say that. I see half and half tea and half Slim Fast. We're moving on, Danny.
Excellent. A delicious dinner and a sensible lunch all in one.
No.
I hope you're all happy with how we ranked tonight's games. Thank you all for your input. It's been very enlightening. People don't tend to think highly of the Sega Genesis' launch lineup because of stuff like Super Thunderblade or Space Harrier 2, but in the end, all it took was a few months to make some really great games come out there. Why don't you pick up a Sega Genesis if you don't have one?
Yeah, why don't you?
Why don't you?
Come on!
Come on,
Yeah.
boy. I think we're done here.
There they are! The men of the hour!
There you go. Father and son reunited at last. Tommy Lasorda and Alex Kidd. Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks.
They're beautiful, honey. They're beautiful.
Thanks everyone for watching, and those who voted in this list. I feel good about how he ranked all the games. I feel like we've dispelled some myths. We've shown the real strength of the Sega Genesis at launch, and we feel better about Sega overall. Or maybe that's just me.
I maybe just you, but I actually learned a lot too, and I learned that hey, the Sega ain't that bad.
Yeah,
that's right.
The Sega ain't that bad.
Sega ain't that bad. That's what Alex says.
Thanks especially to our patrons who voted for the Sega Genesis over the Super Nintendo. You made the right choice. You definitely did. Next poll is going up Friday afternoon. No idea what that's going to be. I'm thinking maybe something kind of Kusoge-ish. It's been a while since we played an explicitly bad game, or many explicitly bad games. Maybe we got to dive into that well, since it's been a little while, and people tend to like that stuff. I'll find out something. Whatever it is, if you're in at the $5 tier, that goes up Friday afternoon. Please look forward to it. Alex, wrap us up. I'm going to look for a host.
Well, we are on YouTube, youtube.com/retropals. We post archives of our stream there, along with our original series, PlayStation Year 1, PlayStation Year 0, and Nintendo 64 Year 1. I was going to mention that we have a new video out there that's our playthrough of D, but I'm not sure if that's still copyright struck.
It's stuck in copyright hell. Fuji TV thinks we ripped off an episode of Games Center CX.
That's good.
I disputed it. I'm not Arino, but if I win the dispute, I become the new Kacho.
That's good. I honestly, we need you. I think you would do well in the job.
I think so too. Vote for me.
And before I go, I want to mention part 2 of the podcast I was on the Audible Autism Network is now out. In this one, I talk a lot about theme parks. So if you'd like to hear me rant about theme parks, epic rants, do check that out. That's at Audible Autism. Actually, let me just put the link in there. So yeah, do check that out if you like the first part. I also want to thank Kay Price again very much for having me on the show. I really do appreciate it, and I hope y'all enjoy the convo.
Yeah, good stuff. Give it a listen.
Yeah. Listen.
Who's streaming video games? There's nobody streaming video games. Not a single one. Okay, I don't know if I'll host this, but I do admire the fact that Macaw45 is streaming the entire Assassin's Creed library for mobile phones.
Yes!
Something you would only find on Macaw's stream. In fact, if I can't find a suitable replacement, I mean, how can I turn that down? This looks pretty good. It looks like a side-scroller.
Holy shit. Thinking about it?
I'm thinking about it.
Thinking about it?
I think it's going to happen. Folks,
It's gonna happen?
Folks, head on over to Birdland. Our friend Macaw45 is playing Assassin's Creed 2, it looks like, for Java mobile phones. Oh man, this is an era of gaming I did not miss, but please enjoy it anyway. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
See ya, folks.